Come on in the building. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to talk the future for the Carolina Panthers. And who does it better than us? So make sure you come on in, you wipe your feet off on the mat, like the video. It's time to get into it as we do. TD, talk to the people.
Appreciate it, Mr. Davis. What's up? This is Thomas Davis, man, and you are watching the Black Cat Panther podcast. Make sure y'all tune in all season long.
Yeah, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score, run up the board, breaking them all? Ay, ay, walking the door, you know what happened? We step on the floor. Ay, ay, coming from on, you don't want partners, you already know it. Ay, ay, come on to it, you already know I'm finna go do it. Ay, yeah, I'm locked in, and I feel like Mark 10. Ay, walking to a room, chest up with my chin. Ay, already finished for this joint, even begin. Ay, when is what I am, I cannot ever pretend. Ay, yeah, never pretend. Ay, back in the lab again. Ay, you when I touching the friends, ayy. You when I touching the kin, ayy. Putting the points on the board, I'm killing the boys, you know what it is, ayy. Switching the moves, no number two, I came in the win. They said I'm tapped in with the action, if it got the master on the master, I can never move passive. I'm active, I can make them go ghost on this castle. Wanna know who running it, just ask us. On the track, I'm gunning it, I'm blasting this, that gas, and diesel, Shack and dog.
You know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat, ayy, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast, my whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat.
What's going on? What's going on? Make sure that y'all come on in, like, subscribe, show that love on your way in. We need to talk to this. We need to talk to this subject and keep it as sensitive as we might need to do as possible. So, without further ado, the Carolina Panthers are in the, I'll say, the market for looking for talent and skill, and looking for somebody that can take you to the next level, upper echelon. Be it that the way that we see it, upper echelon is what we strive for, greatness. And having all of that on this team seems to be the right direction to go for our young El Presidente, Unicorn, the King himself, Sir Bryce Young. So 2025 is amongst us. It's coming up real fast, quick, fast, and in a hurry. There is a bevy of guys, a bevy of talent in this next upcoming draft. And I'm going to tell you right now, you need to have your eyes on a guy. Now, I'm going to put this out here because let's just be honest. Let's just be real. The Carolina Panthers are going to be looking for wide receiver help for this next upcoming season. And why you say that? After having back-to-back losses with the Kansas City Chiefs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you see the progress of your young quarterback, but you also say this young guy had a lot of untimely drops around him. Despite Xavier Legette and despite Jalen Coker, which I don't believe that Panther fans believe in those young fellas as much as they may believe in themselves. Xavier Legette was just taken in this year's first round of the draft, and Coker was undrafted practically, and we basically brought him on in. So with that being said, there's a bevy of guys the Carolina Panthers want to keep their eyes on. You know, they always have their names back out there for the T. Higgins of the worlds. You know, you always hear about the Elijah Moores, maybe. But this guy, Luther Borden, you seen him on the thumbnail. The Carolina Panthers should draft an offensive player early is what is being put out there by the media. And a lot of people think about it, the standout from the University of Missouri would be effective as a vertical playmaker and a run after the catch threat. The Panthers need to go get younger at the receiver position across the board and having a top tier first and second year playmakers around him would give the offense a ceiling for success. And so if you look at the measurables, which I'm gonna put it up on the screen for this young fella, the measurables for this young man he's not. First of all, the man run a 4.2 or 4.25. He is fast as hell. He's Xavier Worthy 2.0. So let's put this in perspective. This season right here, Luther Borden has 676 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 11 yards of average with 61 receptions. Where he went up against, as you can see here on the screen, some of the most prolific talent in all of college football. You see South Carolina, Oklahoma, Alabama, Auburn, Texas A&M, Boston College, Vanderbilt. He went up against the best of the best, and against some of the best, like Boston College, he put up 117 yards, a touchdown. Against Texas A&M, another ranked opponent, 82 yards, and like I said, he averaged 11 yards a catch. Against Alabama, he didn't do so well. He had 3 catches, 3 yards, but it happens. South Carolina, 8 catches, 69 yards. This guy, what we looked at, because Brady Cook was a all-world talent at the quarterback position at one point in time, and he seems to have regressed. But last season, this young man was exceptional. Let's take a look at his numbers from last season. Last season, this young fella had 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. And like I said, he did that up against upper echelon talent where he was consistent just about every game. From Florida, 150 yards, LSU 149 yards, Vanderbilt 140 yards, Memphis 170 yards. You look at where they at. This boy put up numbers last year, and had his quarterback not regress, he would probably be putting up just as efficient numbers as he did last year. So with that being said, the 5'11", 208-pound junior from Missouri, is he the answer for the Carolina Panthers? I come to my esteemed right hand on this one, Sir Goat. Talk to me.
The Carolina Panthers will be yet for the 3rd year in a row drafting a receiver. Like you said, for King Bryce, to get him yet another weapon, another bullet in his gun, pistol, sword, axe, hammer, whatever. King Bryce needs yet more. Give me more. Yes, Q, yes. They need explosive plays. I said this yesterday. I said this the day before. We're missing explosive plays. Luther Boyd, and a couple more guys. I know some other people are sitting there. Oh, well, this guy. They need speed. If not anything else, Cuba, for decoys just to back the defense up off of. People like to play a lot of zone on Carolina right now. We having a lot of underneath stuff. And I think we said it yesterday. I believe we put it on the stream a couple days ago. We're doing what, 15 to 20 some 25-yard plays, every now and again. We're not getting
Yeah.
those big explosive plays though. And you said it earlier, yards after catch. Like, that's the thing that we missing without a DJ Moore. DJ Moore used to get those yak plays. So
Mm-hmm.
somebody like a Luther Boyd type. I'm not with a reclamation project of T. Higgins. I don't think that's gonna fit the dynamic that the new Dan Morgan, Dave Canales is looking for. That we're in a youth movement, y'all. That's what you want to be in. Every time you turn around, you want to go get these young players on rookie contracts. Build this thing from the draft. We say it all the time. So stop this stuff and stop letting the media lead y'all on these tangents.
So
It makes
go.
no sense to go get a T. Higgins when this is a receiver draft.
This is a receiver draft. You got McMillan, who will be in the top 5. He won't probably escape that top 5. So if we sitting there and you say the Carolina Panthers need a weapon, you think they're gonna pull it on McMillan?
If we're if we're in the top 5 and New England passes on them, they will. If we win one more game, Q, and that's gonna drop us from 12 between 12 to 15, we'll get Boyd. If we end up getting the edge rusher, I know some of you guys want Pierce. I know some of you guys want what's the other from Penn State? The tackle for Michigan, Graham. If we get the defensive piece, then we'll go get the kid from Ole Miss in the second round. But it will be a receiver day 2, either second round or third round. One of those speed receivers.
I'm telling you right now, if we were to take a receiver, there's a bevy of guys that I want a defensive player, an edge, or a tackle first, defensive tackle. But if
And
we
then
had to, I would much
that,
rather wait and get Restro from Miami, maybe second, third round, and
it's
try
going to
him or
depend on position.
well
Position that we in.
him. You got Jalen Noel, Iowa State, Jaden Higgins, another one from Iowa State. You got a bevy of guys that's in the middle rounds. That's worth looking at. Or second round, you can go Isaiah Bond after you get an edge rusher. I mean, you'll have a bevy of guys that's sitting there. Now, Isaiah Bond is not a popular guy for everybody. I know he's 5'8", 180 pounds. He's little, but he fast as well. I mean, you got a bevy of options you could look at right there. Go talk to me.
I mean, you could do that. I mean, you think about it. Like you say, you could go. Like I said, Graham, Abdul Carter. You could wait and get a Jack Sawyer. You know what I'm saying? In a second, but it's all going to depend on positioning for the Carolina Panthers and what they do in that war room. That's what it's going to depend on, Q. Because y'all got to put now. Everybody stop saying what you would do. And y'all done looked at the blueprint. Every year they put the shit out. So you almost know what these motherfuckers gonna do. Because you done seen them before. You know their tendencies. Don't act like this the first year Dan Morgan been in that he been that motherfucker. This year, he was just sitting in the head seat and he was there years prior to. And y'all seen what they did. Y'all seen them answering the phone, still think they about to pull the trigger on a deal, you know what I'm saying, at the last minute. They're real inconsistent about what you think they're gonna do this, and they go do this. They jump up in one spot into the first round. I mean, they fly by the seat of their pants. So it's all about what position they're gonna be in, what the Carolina Panthers gonna do. They told Frank Wright, right? He was gonna make the decision, and what happened with that? Thank you. That's all I got to say. You don't know. You can kind of assume what these motherfuckers gonna do. I'm not 100%
Shit, you
saying,
can't assume that these motherfuckers do. You would never see. I never remember when 4 months before the draft, I said, "Go." I think these boys gonna try to trade up in the first round of that draft. And what did you tell me that day? You said, "Q, that'd be a big mistake to give up the extra second round pick to go up in that top of that draft." Because you say no matter who you get, they're going to look around and say that this guy ain't enough, especially if they're trying to go and get a receiver in that first round. And I'll be goddamn if we ain't traded up to get Xavier Leggett. And now look, Xavier Leggett is like an afterthought now. You know what I'm saying?
y'all boys was telling me, y'all kept saying, the article, y'all said, I said, those 2 picks in the second are worth of 14 to 16. And didn't they get the damn phone call? Didn't they get the phone call from Seattle?
They got the phone call.
So
They got the phone call,
it's,
though.
it's all about positioning with these cats. If they're up there in the top 5, they're not going to make a move. They're going to sit there in that top. They're going to pick at 5. They're not going to make a move. They're going to pick at 5. It'll be a defensive
Mm-hmm.
play. Got to be. But anything less than that 5 top 10, they're going to pick a receiver, bro.
And I'd like to take this time to say, God damn, we were thinking months ahead of these cats, damn near a year ahead of the GMs, and telling these fans then what the fuck they was gonna do, and
What
niggas
they
wouldn't
going to do?
listen.
Man,
Yeah.
that's 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row. You tell me, what people tell us? Y'all doing mock drafts already? Yeah. 5 wins, 2 wins, and we looking at 3 to 4 right now. That's all I'm saying.
Go. I got a nigga just told me yesterday that we going to the playoffs next year.
Uh-huh. Uh, would he happen to
I,
have 3 lungs?
oh, the nigga got 3 lungs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He got 3 lungs. That's a
Would he happen
crazy
to have
fucker.
3 lungs?
You won 2 games. You're at 3 right now, and before that, you only won 5. Interesting. But you think we
What's
gonna?
7? Somebody excuse us. 7, 7, 7.
Oh yeah,
Be
yeah,
real.
7. They're nut up about them 7 wins if you don't give it to them. And before that, 5 wins. We haven't scratched the playoffs in over 7 years. Going on 8.
500. 500. Haven't been a 500
500.
team. Haven't been a 500 team. It's 500. But the crazy thing about it, y'all, and I know y'all said you still in the hunt because the NFC South is so fucking sorry. You're still in the hunt.
Yeah, I've
Now,
gotten to the point where I don't put any stock into the NFC South because this is the worst division in all of football. Nobody can tell me we don't have the worst division. I know it might look a little hindsight when you look at some of these other divisions. I think I looked at one of them AFC teams. They had like 2 to 3 wins over there too. But nah, this is the worst division in football. And if you got a chance to change the tides of how you see yourself inside this division, you go for it. Because I'm gonna tell you the honest truth, go. Had we built this team the correct way, there ain't no reason why we shouldn't have had 2 division titles by now, back to back.
yeah, yeah.
By
As
now,
early
we done been
as we
rebuilding for four
started,
fucking years.
as early as we started, before those other cats got off their old quarterbacks and things like that, or old pieces,
Mm-hmm.
before some of these and original coaches and all kind of things like that. Y'all got to understand that the Carolina Panthers was flipping their roster or changing coaching staff, whatever you want to say. Ron Rivera and Cam Newton era been gone, so they just haven't gotten it right. The organization just haven't gotten it right. Um, sitting around here, whether if you own one of them guys, give him time, this and that. The development of Bryce Young has been slow to non-existent around here just in the last week or two. And I'm telling you, you're looking at this guy's ceiling. You may want to argue with me all day long, but you just played a Kansas City team that did not take you seriously, and you gave them every damn thing we had. We hit them motherfuckers with the kitchen sink. That was the kitchen sink getting thrown at them. Everything they had. You did the same damn thing with Tampa Bay. They took your best damn punch, and they kept coming. So if y'all think it's going to get better from here, it's still gonna take 2 more drafts with this kid for us to be competitive enough to be a 500 team, a 9-win team, consistent 10 wins and shit. Like the Vikings right now, and teams like Detroit and teams like the Eagles. These guys are built for the next 5 years. If you think I'm bullshitting, go look at their roster. I promise you. You'll be like, I didn't even know this guy was on this team. I didn't even know that guy was. Yeah, because he's up next.
I really think it's in our nature to be hard headed because our fan base, like I said, we need to build this thing and build this thing the correct way. And that's the number one thing. If it was left up to me and I had to build this team the right way, I would build this team to stop the run, and I would build this team
Mm-hmm.
right here to come out and be competitive down the field. You know what I'm saying? In the best way that I see how. You don't have a run game, and you can't be so competitive in the games that you got right now because you don't have a down the field passing game. So if you don't have a passing game, you got to go develop some type of tight end and make sure that you have some type of outlet for your quarterback. That way you don't have to kill him and having him to come out and make ultra decisions that he don't need to be trying to make right now. Make it easy for him. Simplify the offense for this young quarterback. Go out, get tight ends and get running backs until you're able to get out here and get a good receiver that can come out here and get you from A to B.
Mm-hmm. Hold up, Q. Hold up, Q. God damn it. Why? Should I do this? Should I do this?
Yeah. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Your mind told you to do it.
Let me highlight this shit. You see what I'm saying? You see
Uh-oh.
that?
Here we go.
Would you read that for me? Would you read that for me? Would you read that?
Sure. All right. It say Dan Campbell. It took Dan Campbell 5 years to build Detroit.
How in the fuck it took Dan Campbell 5 years when he ain't been there since 2021?
He only been there 3 years now, so I don't know where he get this from.
5 fucking years. You see, this the shit I'm talking about.
Dan Campbell is only in year 3 as the head coach, so I don't know where you got that from, cuz.
God damn it. It don't take nobody if you do the shit right, it do not take you that long, bro. Stop this shit. No. They came in there with the prerequisite pieces, the attitude, the GM, the assistant GM is a goddamn Hall of Famer, will be. You got to have the right pieces in place, right people. He's only been there since 2021, bro.
He say his math ain't working, Goat.
I don't give a fuck. When Dan Campbell, you got to understand, you got to learn about it. Dan Campbell came in that motherfucker and told them motherfucker from day one, this losing attitude shit y'all got, throw it in the goddamn trash. It's over.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's what he said. He didn't come in there talking about win the day and we love to play ball and we think and everything is super. He didn't come in there with that bullshit.
So it sound like to me, Goat, you don't like the atmosphere that's the Carolina Panthers
No,
right now.
I don't, Q. I don't. Because a 2-15 team, Mike Tomlin has not had a losing season ever. And his
Mm-hmm.
veterans he don't have veteran day. He don't have vet day. We got
Mm-hmm.
niggas taking off to go get married and shit. You remember that nigga went to the beach? La. You know what I'm saying? Nigga went to the
Oh
beach.
God.
Nigga, do that, marry that chick in the off season.
Oh God.
This got to stop at some point in time, bro. It's got to.
Goat. He was happy at that moment. He was trying to do what he could do.
I hear you. I hear you. This
His
nigga missed
mind wasn't on football. It was on ass
a
at that time.
nigga that got one sack, go get married. Take off and go get married. Boy, I tell you, boy, this shit here. It never failed. It never failed. But see,
But go
I guess it take all this time. It just take a bunch of time. I got just take it.
go. You too
One,
hard on this franchise. I think you a little too dramatic. You jumped
give
too
him,
fast. That's what they told
give
you
him.
yesterday. You jumped too
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, yeah. I jumped too fast. Give him time. Give him more time. It
Give him
take 5,
time.
10, 15 years. 15
How
years.
how old do you go?
Huh? I am 48 years old. I don't have time like that. Not to spend fucking around like that. No, not me. I'm be out this bitch. What's gonna happen? Fucking with y'all and
Oh, that's funny.
all this time, this motherfucker, all this time.
Oh man, that is too funny. D
What?
says this is the best football we've seen in years. Week after
Oh
week,
my
Bryce Young
God.
and the team is getting better. Whatever Dave is doing seem to be working. There you go.
Well, this must be D's first year as a Panther. Congratulations. Welcome to the Panthers organization. Because you said this is the best football we ever seen, or best football we've seen in years. Welcome to the Panthers organization, D.
Why
So
does
what the
this
fuck
shit
you
always
did?
turn into a comedy show around here,
Yeah.
man? Why does it
What the
always
fuck
do that?
you did that, D?
These niggas is settling for anything around here, dog.
In and everything. In and everything. Bottom tier and everything except for the offensive line.
hmm
And we just as happy as a motherfucker.
But go. If you're happy about it now, imagine what
Hey,
it'll be when you make the playoffs next year.
oh my goodness. We just, yeah. Cause see, see, that's the attitude right there. We just as happy and singing and frolicking. We're frolicking. We are frolicking. Ever how you pronounce that word? I'm not saying it right. Frolicking. La 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 la. Isn't that some happy ass shit that we in? Laughing gas type shit.
Oh man, this is
Oh, man.
comedy.
I appreciate y'all, boy. I appreciate y'all. Somebody let me in on the joke.
Boy, this is pure comedy today. If I ever heard it. Boy, this goat know he funny.
Yeah. But back to the receivers, man. Back to the receivers. I'm sorry about that. You know.
Hold on for a second, goat. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, we got a little bit off. We got a little bit off of hand. And Shane, I ain't trying. But I'm just saying, man. It don't take that long. It didn't take Dan that long, bro. He come in there with the attitude that he wanted his team. They gave him carte blanche. They didn't get in Dan Campbell's way. He brought his own staff in. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that have to do with our organization, far as our management that wants to control things. Y'all know y'all know who the hell y'all know I'm talking about Tampa, y'all know I'm talking about this guy and that guy, and we keep shuffling around GMs and all kinds of stuff like that. And we got to get the identity and everything like that right first and get this winning attitude. And I know, and that don't take time. Like y'all keep saying, man. It don't take these other organizations all 10 years or whatever, and then they sustain what we supposed to sustain. 1 year of success? Nah, it don't work like that, man. Build it right. If you're gonna call yourself tearing it down or flipping the roster like Morgan want to say. You don't want to say rebuild, so I'm not gonna say rebuild. But if you're gonna bring in these new pieces, out with the old, in with the new, bring in the right people, right attitude, these dogs that he talking about we looking for. And I ain't seen some of them motherfuckers yet.
You ain't seen the dogs?
I ain't even seen a puppy kill. I ain't even seen dog food. I ain't even seen the damn dog food. I ain't even seen the dog cages the motherfuckers supposed to stay in.
Boy, you funny today, goat.
Yeah, I ain't seen dog food yet. No puppy chow, nothing. Scooby Snacks. I ain't seen shit. But anyway, once we get in the right players in here, man, we can start building this thing. And I told you yesterday, when I seen the lines, I seen the way that the Eagles was coming along, San Francisco, some of these other, like, whoa, you seen it over there in Houston. You seen glimmers and flashes, in Jacksonville a year ago. Like, I don't know what the hell they did when they mixed up. Something happened, you know. Doug Peterson had them going on the right track, but something went left. I don't know. But
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, go. I don't know what you're talking about, because CJ Stroud is not better than Bryce Young.
oh my God. See? Okay. I'm not stepping on that one. I'm not stepping on that. I'm just stepping.
He's not better, go.
Yeah, because you ain't even supposed to compare the two. You ain't even supposed to compare the two.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you? I mean, same draft class, number one, number two. They went head to head in all kinds of categories in college. I mean, I don't know, but you're not supposed to compare them now. Fuck that. You ain't supposed to compare them. Don't you talk about CJ Stroud and compare
They
him to Bryce.
two different situations, go.
Not unless Bryce numbers happen to be better that game. Then you can
Oh
compare.
yeah.
Then you can compare.
That's the
Yeah,
only way.
yeah. That's the only way.
It's all good though, go.
Yes, sir.
You know what, though, go? I appreciate you for calling a spade, driver.
Hey man. Hey man. I try. I'ma stand on that square. You ain't gonna get me flip flopping and fanboying in this motherfucker. I can't be gone for making videos for, months and shit, and then,
Pop back like nothing to it.
oh man, I told you about Bryce Young. I told you. Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Nigga take a fucking year vacation and come back.
Damn. Yeah, the Panthers. I knew it. It was Thomas
I don't
Brown.
respect that. I don't respect that
Thomas
not one
Brown.
bit.
Yeah, Thomas Brown about to be a damn head coach.
So I'm gonna put a link in the chat. Anybody want to come up here and talk about some receivers? This is the topic today. Bring your own receiver to the table. Who you think the Carolina Panthers should be out here looking for? I'm gonna tell you. You might be shocked by some of the names you hear.
Some of the names you hear, and just keep in mind, be like, damn, this is the third year now.
This is the third year in a row we got a receiver go.
Shit, you better know.
3 years in a row.
3 of them.
Who the 3 receivers?
One guy by the name of Jonathan Mango. You remember
Okay.
him? He plays for Dallas now. He plays for Dallas. And then there's another guy by the name of Xavier Lagat.
Oh,
XL, what they call him. Then,
what about the receiver that was about 4 years ago, Terrence Marshall Jr.? What about him?
Yeah. I was getting ready to go back because them the recent two, and then before that, you had a guy called Terrence Marshall Jr. TMJ. He never panned out.
Justin
He
Jefferson,
was
Jamar
sick,
Chase.
and he got sick, and then he got hurt, and then him and coach didn't, the coach picking on me, and all type of shit like that, and so that didn't work. But yeah, we have drafted receivers after receiver after receiver. So, but and this boy called Shy Smith. If you want you a good dime bag, you can go down to
Who's that?
South Carolina.
I forgot about that, bro.
Yeah, once you're
Lord.
a dime bag, you can catch him over on the corner, 25th and 3rd.
This thing made me about choke on my breakfast.
He'll sell you a little something. Yeah.
Boy, that
Yeah,
goddamn
them
goat funny, boy.
The boy said,
them
I'm
guys.
in the streets. I ain't got time for football.
I'm in the street. No. I'm in the street, nigga. Shy running the trap. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Don
Thug life.
34. Yeah, true.
What's going on, fellas? We got Jalen, we got JP. What's going on?
Yo.
How y'all
Good,
doing
man.
today,
Logic.
man?
Yes, sir.
So
I got a
you
question.
said which receivers, right?
Mm-hmm. What's up?
Man, I wouldn't draft a receiver this high in the draft. I'll probably get one in the 4th. Either Tez Johnson from Oregon or Jaden Higgins in the 4th round.
But then Jalen, once again, we're missing explosive plays. They think that your organization is thinking they're an explosive play receiver away.
Wow.
That's what they're thinking right now. That is the buzz that's coming out of 800 Mint Street right now.
But didn't they say XL was going to be a number 1 receiver next year though? Like, did they not just say that in the draft? They said he has the potential to be an X receiver. Did I hear that wrong last year, or
I'm
that's
gonna let
just
the rest of them boys answer that there. I'm staying out of that shit. I'm staying out of that.
so that's just walked out the door, basically?
Carolina Logic,
Oh, my
JP,
chair.
one of you guys, would you care to
My
answer
chair.
young Jalen's question?
Go ahead, JP. You got it.
Honestly, I think we looking at it from the wrong direction altogether.
Okay.
I want to think 31% and 28%. I want y'all to keep them numbers in mind.
Okay.
31% of passing attempts over 20 yards that was completed at Bama. 28% of passing yards over 20 of passing attempts over 20 yards completed in Carolina. Why are we trying to make Bryce Young something that he is not?
Yeah.
He's not a
Because,
gunslinger.
okay,
No, JP, they told
let me
us
tell you,
yesterday he
JP,
could do that stuff.
No, Q.
you
Fuck
said,
all that.
JP, hold up, JP.
That's what
You
they
said,
told
now
us he could do yesterday.
that 30 something, you said 30 what percent
31% at Bama.
at Bama. At
Bama.
Bama. At
Yes.
Bama. At
Bama.
Bama. Once again, what he did at Bama, he's not going to do in the NFL. He cannot do in the NFL. He
And
will
JP
not do in the NFL.
and
That's why
JP
he's 20-some% in the NFL at the Panthers. Because he can't do what he did at Bama.
and that
They're
is
trying to
exactly,
make
NFL.
they're trying to make him into this gunslinger QB,
and he not.
something that he's never been. He's not gonna be that guy. He's not gonna be that guy
I
to
don't know
stand.
why y'all hating on him. Why are y'all hating on him, JP?
No,
He's so
I'm
good.
not gonna lie about this little nigga. They can lie about that little nigga all they want. There and motherfucking pull your damn dick out for 250 yards and fucking 2 touchdowns all you fucking want to. It still ain't
Yeah,
shit to me.
But
he
do
can't do
y'all
it.
but
That was in
but do y'all
Bama.
know but do y'all know why I named those receivers though? Exactly what y'all said, man. Like, he needs route runners that could that's like elite at route running. So in the short to medium areas, man, I mean, getting him a speed receiver, what is that gonna do? He's just all of a sudden gonna throw deep now.
What you mean? What you mean? He can hit him in stride. He's made plays over 40 yards.
Well,
Hey Q, I know you know the I know you know the saying that the players, right?
Say the saying again.
Q, I know you know the saying that every now and then the daggum sun shines on a dog's ass, right?
Mm-hmm. Two times. Two times.
Bear in
Yes,
mind.
sir.
Times
Yes,
a
sir.
day. Oh, broke ass
When
clock
in
right
his
2 times a day.
exactly. When has he showed that he can consistently push the ball downfield? When?
I know, right?
When?
Green Bay,
Green Bay.
Kansas City. He
Q,
do.
Q,
There they
that
go.
He
that
do.
nigga
There they
said
go.
that nigga said
Green Bay.
consistently.
Green
That
Bay.
nigga said
There they go.
consistently. That ain't consistent. That was
Green
last year.
Bay. There they
That was
go.
last year.
Yeah,
There they
but
go.
it was the receiver's fault in the other game, and it was the line fault, and it was the running back's fault, and it was the
You
coach
just
fault for not calling the right play for him.
you just named two you just named 2 games out of 23.
Now, damn it, JP, you gonna love this little motherfucker. I didn't tell you 10 times this boy is here to stay. Love him.
So I already done
Love him.
said, and I've been saying, Bryce Young is gonna do just enough for this front office not to give up on him, and that's what he's doing now.
Yeah.
And that's what he did 2 weeks ago. I mean, last week
Yeah,
and this week. He done enough. He done
No
done
go.
enough.
No go.
just enough.
He brought us back
He done
from the
done enough.
dead, is what they saying.
He done done
What?
enough.
Some people say I'm so happy that we didn't give up on Bryce because you could see the potential in him.
I tell
You
you
know
what
what?
we can already do.
I'm so sick
Send
of
him
these fans.
home. Go ahead
I'm
and
so
send
sick.
him on home. Put Andy in. Send him home so he don't get hurt or nothing like that. So he done done it. He done done enough.
The
He
media
done done enough.
said that he has proven that he is a
He done
NFL
proved it.
quarterback, that
Yeah.
he
He done
belongs in the
proved
That's
it.
what the
league.
media said.
Send him
Yep,
on home.
He belongs here.
Shit.
he belongs here. Yep.
Party over so he don't get hurt. Get him ready for next year.
Party
Send him
like
on
a
home.
rock. Party
Yeah.
like a rock star.
He
A
done done enough.
Only do.
quarterback with a 4
Bryce
and
Young
9
don't. Bryce Young don't listen to that. Q. Bryce Young don't listen to that.
a quarterback with a
Oh, a
4
little
and
bit of
9
gospel.
has
Do you
proven
want the
that he's a
revolution?
take that into consideration.
Do you want to?
A quarterback with a
Bryce
4
Young.
and 9 starting record has proven that he's an NFL starter. Take that into consideration.
4 and
Send
19.
him
So that's 2
home.
games last year and 2 games this year. Am I right?
Exactly.
Man,
Damn shame.
When are we
It's a
gonna
damn shame is
stop?
what it is.
When are we gonna stop coming on ourselves for some almost shit?
Well, no, Jay, because
No.
you almost beat the big champions,
oh, here we
the
go. Here
champions,
we go.
Patrick Mahomes.
Here we go. That's the
Mhm.
worst thing that could have
That
happened. You know what
showed
I'm saying?
you
That's the
right
worst thing that
there.
could have happened.
Right.
We aren't too
Yeah.
far away.
Now, are those the
You
same
can't say
candidates
he
that
can't play. We almost beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
are those the
Yeah.
same Kansas City Chiefs? Hold on a second. Y'all go ahead, man. Let me bring up the Kansas City Chiefs record. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kansas City
What y'all gotta
Chiefs
understand.
have, hold on just 1 second, Q. And here we
Yes,
go
sir.
right
Yes,
here.
sir.
The Kansas City Chiefs played the Baltimore Ravens. Y'all want to know what that score was?
Could you tell me? I'm
20,
not that well at guessing.
20-27 Chiefs. So they beat them
Mm-hmm.
by a touchdown,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the Kansas City Chiefs go on to play the Bengals, struggling
Mm-hmm.
Bengals. Y'all want to know what that score was?
Mm-hmm.
25-26.
Oh wow.
25-26. Yeah, yeah. Then they went on to play the Atlanta Falcons. Y'all want to know what that score was?
What's that?
What was it?
22-17.
Hmm.
22-17.
A lot of
Then they
close
went on to
games,
play.
dog. I don't know why.
Then they went on to play the Chargers. The Chargers that we played in week 2.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to know what that score was? 17-10. 17-10.
I'm noticing a trend here, Goat.
Then they went on to play The Saints that we played week 1.
Mhm.
You want to know what our score was? 13-26.
You
That's probably
want to
the
know the
biggest
most
mark.
exceptional one? Go.
What's that?
The Vegas Raiders, 27-20.
27-20.
That one stood out to me. With the Vegas Raiders being at the top of the next year's draft.
49ers.
Here comes 3 Long Mike.
28-18.
You better get all your words in. Here you go.
30-24 against the motherfucking Bucks.
He couldn't hold it in
14 to
no more.
16. 14 to 16 against the Broncos. 30-21 first loss against the Bills. So tell me where they been blowing motherfuckers out at all year.
I got an extra long right here that probably will tell you different.
Yep.
He don't look at stats. Yeah.
No, keep talking. No, keep talking. Go ahead.
Here we
Ain't
go.
nothing to talk about. Shit, that's the whole schedule right there. Where they just trying to get these motherfuckers by touchdown, field goal, shit like that. Oh yeah. So everybody's went toe to toe with these motherfuckers. Everybody had.
Well, I like to say this before that extra long kicks in. Go. I'm smart enough to realize that what you're saying is they don't really blow nobody out, no matter good or bad. They'll play with you, but they
So
know
you
how
telling me
to finish the game.
you telling me that the defending champs are not only they're not blowing anybody out, but they're averaging about 21 to maybe 25 points a game too.
Something
Oh
like
yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
sir.
Oh, okay.
The most they have scored is 30 all year. 30 all year. 30. They haven't broke 30 all year. They got championship DNA. They find way to win games. If you keep them in the game like we have, because we don't have any big play potential, no big play ability. They hang around there. They will beat your ass by a field goal, last minute touchdown. You left Patrick Mahomes 20-some seconds on the motherfucking clock. And that's what you did, and you lost. You lost. You played a good game. Fine. At home. After they took you for a joke. The whole league takes you for a joke. Do y'all watch Sports Center? When they laugh at us every fucking morning?
I don't agree with that because we're not the worst team anymore.
Okay.
Oh, see DJ Lewis say what we complaining about today. Shout out to Dre Day for that super chat. He said, y'all tripping. I like the new break dancing Bryce. Y'all see his first down shake and touchdown shuffle? That boy on his way.
Oh my God.
Dre, you ain't worth shit, boy.
Boy, that Dre Day funny, boy. Shout out to that nigga Dre Day,
Shout out to
dog.
my nigga Dre, man.
Yeah, that nigga on
That
his
was
way.
funny.
He on his way. You hell, Dre. You hell, boy. That nigga's on his way.
Go. What you gotta understand is that no matter what receiver you get, they must make sure that they bow down to the king.
The
Do you
king.
understand who the king is?
The King Bryce. Bryce.
Oh,
okay.
wait. So
Yeah, I sound
give me.
like a little chihuahua on it.
I just want to know, like, what evidence do you have that a receiver has to bow down to Bryce? Because now it seems like you're reaching. Other
Shit, Deontay Johnson. What the fuck you talking about?
Then Deontay Johnson
Got
just
his
gets
ass up
suspended
out of here
because
quick,
he
didn't
wouldn't
it?
get his ass.
Got him out of here
in the
quick,
fuck-
didn't it, Q?
And then he just gets suspended
Got him the
because
fuck
he
up
ain't
out of
shit.
here.
Then he
Fuck
just gets
up outta here
suspended because he ain't shit because he refused to go in the football game. The nigga refused to go in the football game, so he's suspended for a day. Deontay Johnson
So he
ain't
didn't
shit.
bow down.
Oh, now he ain't
bow
shit
down
now.
to
He ain't
he bow
shit
down
now.
to Harbaugh.
He ain't
Shit
shit.
now,
bow down to
And you spent
Harbaugh.
half
He
of the
bow down to
off
Lamar
season telling
Jackson.
us how much of a number one he was going to be. Hey,
Number
boy, you
one.
ain't shit.
No, I'm just saying. No. What I'm saying.
What do
You
y'all
spent
did
the
this
whole
year?
off season telling us how good the nigga
Listen.
was.
I did. I
Hey,
felt that
Q,
way. I didn't realize how
Q,
toxic he
logic.
was in the locker room,
Q,
and I
Oh,
see it
David,
now,
this
and
nigga.
that's
We
my
told
fault.
you
look
he
at
was
And
gonna
you
nut
and
up
Gold
and beat
both told
somebody
me
ass.
how
look
toxic
at
he
doing.
was in the
Glazing
locker
that
room.
Nigga
motherfucker.
toxic.
But if this nigga
Nobody
goes to
can stop
Baltimore,
you.
you have a
You,
possibility to win a
we're
championship,
gonna
and
put
you
you
won't
in
get in the game.
position
You
to be one on
garbage.
one with motherfuckers. Brad Issick glazing that motherfucker, and now he ain't shit. I'm gonna mix my
Look, his
offense
play.
around
No,
you.
no, no. Listen, his play
Boy, the
on the
flip
field
flop
is
is
still
real with
good.
this
Stop
one.
that
No,
shit,
no, no,
Mike.
no, it's not. His play on the field
That
is good.
man won't shit.
He just a fucked up person, and that's why he's suspended right now. Like, let's be real. Anytime you go and play for a hardball, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, you in Super Bowl contention, and you won't even get on the field, nigga. It's not his talent because we've seen him on the field. We know he's good on the field. He's just not a good person. It's not the sport for him. He needs to go be motherfucking podcasting or some shit. Be like, go.
Well, I'll be damned.
So you was right. I was wrong.
This is a rare moment where Three Lung Mike actually deflates a lung. I'll be damned.
Well, I'll be damned.
He spent
Mike,
the whole offseason loving this nigga.
when a
Now he
Because
nigga
he
come
can
realized.
in,
We
produce
said,
on the field. He's
we
talented.
told you this nigga was toxic. He's
Nigga, I
not gonna
said
mesh
you was
well with
right. I'm
Bryce.
not about to be like you 100. Like, nigga, that's all I can say, my nigga. You was right. Congratulations.
No. I'm having my moment, and you can sit your ass in the corner and let me have my
All
fucking
right.
moment.
Have your fucking moment. Go ahead.
You black
I'm gonna
motherfucker,
put
you.
myself
I
on
didn't
mute.
ask you to come in here and just after every word I say, you give me a comment. Shut your black ass up. You was wrong,
please,
motherfucker.
please, you're wrong.
Dead wrong. I told you, told you,
Continue,
the
Q.
goddamn
Continue.
sign at the house in front of you told you, the nigga down the street from you told you, and you didn't listen. Told you
Damn.
that black ass nigga with them dreads was gonna nut up and beat somebody's ass.
How you gonna add people to the witness list, nigga? Nigga, added niggas. How you gonna add niggas to the witness list? Niggas that won't even
I
dead. He
told
just
you.
gonna add them to the list. All right, that's
The
cool. Go
nigga
ahead.
at the grocery
I head
mart told
government
your ass in the fruit
motherfucker
section. He tried to tell you.
told you.
You didn't listen.
Hell
The
yeah.
nigga at the car wash tried to tell you when he was scrubbing your tire. You wouldn't listen. Your black ass.
We said if
Matter of
Mike
fact, a
Tomlin couldn't
Pittsburgh
put up with this
Steelers
nigga,
fan tried to tell me, and I didn't listen. It was
A
a
Pittsburgh
if
nigga
Pittsburgh
came
Mike
on
Steelers.
Tomlin
here.
couldn't
It was
put up
a
with this nigga,
Pittsburgh Steelers
how in the
podcast
hell
member,
can
and he
love?
told me Deontay
I'm
Johnson is
happy.
just a fucked up player in the locker room, and I didn't listen. So there was a lot
This
of people that told
motherfucker
me,
wouldn't listen. You put this
but
thing
now
called
listen.
emotion in the
No,
front
no,
of
it
your
wasn't
thought
emotion.
process.
No, it
What the
wasn't
fuck else
emotion.
was it?
Honestly. No, it was the logic. If I was a receiver and I didn't have a good quarterback and I'm looking around the league and I'm seeing my peers get 20,
No,
22, 23, $24 million, I'd be pissed off trying to be in the offense
obviously
too.
Mike. Obviously Mike, he
This
don't
nigga.
That's
care
where
about
I was
no,
standing.
This nigga.
no. Obviously he don't care about that because sensible thing would be like, yo, this is my money year right here. Shit, I'ma sit my black ass down. I'ma act like I got some goddamn sense. I don't give a fuck. Throw me the ball. Don't throw me the ball. I'm here. They gonna sign me because they don't have a receiver. That would have been
And see,
the motherfucking
and that's what I'm
attitude to
saying.
come in here
Go.
with.
That's what I'm
But
saying. Go.
no,
That's what I'm saying.
if
I'm saying the
if
fact of the
Mike
matter. That's why
Tomlin,
I thought.
if Mike Tomlin couldn't deal with this nigga, how do you think Mr. Rogers ass Dave Canales gonna deal with this nigga? That nigga gonna run all over that motherfucker.
Hey
That's
guys.
what he
Hey
came in
guys.
to.
It's gonna
He
be all
came in
right.
and said, "Oh,
Yo,
I got a pussy ass
go,
coach. I'ma do
go,
what the fuck I want to."
go. I hear what you
What the
saying,
nigga said? What the
but
nigga said,
I'm
Mike?
hearing
I can't
no,
play
no,
every goddamn
no,
position
no,
around this
no, no.
motherfucker.
Listen,
Damn.
I
go,
can't play every
go. What
I
I'm saying
told
is
myself to pop.
even
I just got to do it.
go, go. Even in your profession as a truck driver, if you don't have what you need, you can't get the job done. And what I'm saying is they dipping in your
Nigga, all
pocket.
he need
You
is a
can't pay
truck.
your
What the fuck you
mortgage.
mean?
You can't pay your bills. You can't get the shit that you need. And then you look at your motherfucking co-workers. Oh, they giving them every motherfucking thing they need to succeed. And these niggas is buying houses. They're retiring before you. And you giving all this sweat and shit to a fucking job. You gonna be pissed off at that corporation. And you gonna want the fuck out. And that's how I felt Deontay Johnson felt in Pittsburgh when they never gave him a quarterback to help him get what he needed. So I
We
felt if he
told
came
you
to
this,
somewhere
and what did
that
you
he
do?
had to have a
You
receiver,
brought up that other black ass nigga
nigga,
in
go. How you say
Pittsburgh.
stop? And you literally just said the same exact shit out your motherfucking lip. No, nigga, you literally. We want to
Here we
take
go.
2 minutes
Crash
and
out
13
time.
seconds. This nigga just said the same exact shit out his
Powerful nigga.
motherfucking mouth.
Hold up, Mike.
Literally.
You just
Three
said,
love
Mike.
Mike.
You just said that man was mad because he didn't have a quarterback. There was also other receivers on that team, correct? That the
Well, George
same
Pickens
bullshit
mad
ass
too.
quarterback was throwing
Was
to him.
not George
Yes,
Pickens mad too? But
yes.
he was on a rookie
all of them was
contract,
not
so he
that.
couldn't go nowhere. Thank you.
But Mike,
The nigga had just got there. George Pickens don't have the room to do anything. He didn't have 1,000 yards something receiving
who
with a
was the
good
most vocal?
quarterback and a way to get
Who was
out.
the most vocal? Who was the most vocal, Mike?
Deontay
Ass
Johnson
beater.
was.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And guess what? It wasn't. But you know what? You do get away with Deontay Johnson and George Pickens because guess what? Deontay Johnson's got a contract coming up. This nigga still got 2 more years before I got a sword on George Pickens. They're about the same on talent. So yes, you get rid of
Boy, that nigga
Deontay
C
Johnson
funny.
first.
Thank you.
Because then
Thank
you
you.
can get a quarterback in
Appreciate
and say,
that,
at least
C.
I got one number one
You
receiver
know
still.
that. If you know
Stop
that,
Go.
he
Let
should know
me
that.
ask you a question, Go. Because Three Love Mike
talking
don't get it.
weirdos.
You had your number one receiver, and because he was gonna beat the quarterback ass, you had to get him the fuck out of here. Now you got to go back and waste a draft pick after you gave up a fucking player to get this nigga.
Nigga,
Do you see how crazy this
we're
is?
talking from 2 different scenarios. I'm talking about before the season started
I'm
when we
just
first
telling
got
you
the
in
nigga.
general.
You're talking about now after results has fucking simmered. Very well.
I told you
Thank
he was
you.
gonna
You
beat that
did
boy
good.
ass when it was in trade talks. I said, "Oh, he gonna beat that nigga ass." I know how he.
You did.
This nigga sounds
And I said
toxic.
you was
He
right.
gonna blow up. You
That
gonna get a nigga at the top of this
well.
draft. What they gonna do? They gonna blow up on Bryce Young ass again.
No, they
Cause
not.
he a pussy.
They're not. They're too lucky to
He's
get.
a
They
pussy.
just got their dream to being in the NFL. So they gonna shut the
He a
fuck
little
up and
fuck
go with the
nigga.
program for a while. And hopefully they don't drop as much
Look at
balls
Malik
as the rest
Neighbors.
of these receivers.
Malik Neighbors about to beat somebody
Mike.
ass up there in New York, and he ain't been there a
It
couple of
wasn't the
months.
quarterback, it was the
All
coach.
that
He
talent.
said it's not a quarterback problem. It was the
That nigga
coach he
about
was
to beat the
talking about.
GM, the
Get-
coach. He
Yeah,
about to
get
beat
your
any
fucking facts
motherfucker
right. It
ass.
had nothing to do with
All
the
that
quarterback.
talent. Let him keep
Had nothing to
bullshitting
do with the
too.
quarterback. He was mad because they waited until they was down by 30 for him to get his first fucking pass. I'd be
But
frustrated
Mike,
too.
you don't go in when they put the microphone in front of your fucking face. You don't tell the people what you thinking. You don't
Yes,
do
you
that.
nigga, since when?
Not
You
as a
only see
rookie.
these
Don't.
motherfucking
Okay,
NFL
okay,
players
Not as a
lately.
rookie.
okay.
Nigga, oh, they
Mike,
nigga, they
Mike,
got
let
a
me give you
podcast talking about
Michael,
what's going on.
Michael,
What the fuck is you talking about?
Michael.
Three love
Prime example. Richardson got up there and said something he wasn't supposed to. Got his ass benched.
Thank you.
Same thing with the wide receiver. He get on the
Nigga, that was
interview.
after
Hold on.
the.
Why you got to cut me off and I just got you?
Oh, go ahead, man.
Same thing happened with Deontay. Deontay got up on that microphone, started saying, well, he can't do everybody's job. They got his ass up out of here. Now he's in. How you gonna go to Baltimore and you don't want to go in the game? And now they about to get his ass up out of here. You have to be able to be quiet sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just gotta just take the heat. Because your opinion is not always needed when it comes to certain things. There's a place for everything. Time and place for everything. And his timing has been way off. Now I can understand that he could be disgruntled. We get that, Mike, but he's a millionaire, Mike. So let's not act like he don't have money. He's a millionaire.
Okay, first of all,
So, but
nobody said anything about what he's done this past season
I
at the fucking
understand that,
excuse. I
Mike.
said
I
y'all was
understand
right.
that, Mike. But
Y'all repeating the same
he's
shit.
on his third team. There has You have to
2 in
see
1
there
year
is something wrong, bro.
in
You
one
know,
season.
you imagine if I went to
I
hold
said
on,
there's
Mike,
something wrong.
I understand that, but if I went from the Carolina Panthers
Boy, that Mike Hill.
and went to the Baltimore Ravens, you think you'll be hearing anything from me? No, Mike, you wouldn't be saying nothing.
Nigga, we saying the same shit.
So
I just want to let y'all know
why are we having this long, exhausting
you literally just
Y'all
said the
conversation?
not
same
saying
shit.
the same. No, we not saying the same thing,
Yes,
Mike.
we
You on
are.
another
I
planet,
said
nigga. Nobody
no,
know
I'm
where the
not.
fuck you coming from.
I said my outlet when I first saw him coming was this. Now I see this problem. I just said those same things that he just said about him being suspended, him not going in the game, all that shit. I literally just said all that bullshit. But I said when that nigga was first coming, I thought the nigga was mad as fuck that all his peers was getting paid and he wasn't because he ain't have no motherfucking quarterback and that he will play better somewhere else. I was wrong. Why we keep saying the same shit when I already said I was wrong?
Cool. So Q, can you pull up this?
Hmm?
I ain't gonna bring you into this.
But
Q,
but
this
but
is
but see,
this. Damn.
go ahead, Pop. But Mike just said, Mike, well,
Go
let me
ahead,
address that
Q.
first, Pop.
Go ahead,
Let me address that.
go ahead.
Let me address that. But see, you gotta understand what
Ass
Mike
digging
said.
time.
Mike,
Here we go.
you said he was worried about getting his money. The same way, this is the NFL. They see that he was working with Mason Rudolph and what's that boy that hell he played for Carolina. He
Mitchell
played for my team.
Trubisky.
Mr.
Oh,
Trubisky and all that shit. Everybody numbers went down. If he'd have just been quiet in Pittsburgh, he would have got his money. It
You
wasn't
don't
that.
know
This
that because
motherfucker.
they pay based on stats, not potential. When you
No,
at that
not
age, no, get the fuck out of here. Stop playing. You know damn
Mike.
well that if your stats ain't high and your potential to keep those stats high is not on the same page, they don't break the bank and give you the money that you deserve. They be like, yo, well, technically you only got 800 yards this season and 700 this
well,
season.
that's not
Around
the
that time,
case,
your
Mike,
market
because
value is
we
only
saw
this.
that. Mike,
We've
we saw
seen it.
that difference when we signed DJ Chalk. Remember, he was off for 2 injury-filled seasons when he came here to Carolina, and they still gave him the $10 million, 5 out front, and then they gave him incentives. And then on top of that, like, look what he did. He came here and he made his market. He got most of his money when he came here, even though it was a terrible season for him. They'll pay you. They
They'll
know
pay
what's
you.
going on with you.
But see, you're
And
talking about the
they know
difference
they can
between
win 12
somebody like
quarterbacks.
him that can get possibly $5-8 million and Deontay Johnson when he played with
Mike,
Big Ben and the numbers he put up and that kind of year, if he had, we're talking about 22, 23, $24 million a year. That's a big
Well,
motherfucking difference.
we were
he's
just
fucked
joking about it,
himself in
Mike.
the
We were just
long
joking.
run. His
We
attitude
were
has
just
fucked
joking.
him now. Where had he not did what he did with the Ravens this past week, he probably would have
Yeah.
been the top receiver on the market. But now he's fucked himself. Now he come with a
Yep.
stigma. Nobody gonna want to sign this cat.
Yeah.
He
And
cost himself a whole lot
we
of
were just
money.
joking about TMJ. We were just joking about TMJ. Do you know that TMJ would have still been here if he played special teams? If he was a
Facts,
special teamer, he'd have still been here.
facts,
Y'all
facts.
know that,
Because
right?
they was
They was gonna pay him some money. Now it wasn't gonna be no astronomical contract, but he was gonna get another contract, and he ain't got no numbers.
But there's a difference. What I was saying originally when the fucking shit happened, when the trade happened, I said shit. When he had Big Ben, he had 1,200 and something yards and 9 touchdowns. When he
You
had Big
talking
Ben,
about
every other
Roethlisberger
year,
versus Trubisky and
when he didn't
motherfucking
have a quarterback,
Rudolph?
he had maybe 800, maybe 700 yards, and his market value dropped significantly. Just like look at our Kirkwood when in Jacksonville when he had that 1 year with Kyler Murray, got over 1,000 yards. They overpaid his ass,
You
right?
talking about
So
a
I think in the
two-time winning Super Bowl quarterback for a potential gold jacket versus them goddamn two scrubs? Is that what you talking about?
yeah, well, you know what? Here's the thing. Good quarterback play is good quarterback play. It don't mean if it's in a gold jacket or just a motherfucker that come in as a rookie and light up the fucking board. And the thing is, when he looks around, he looked at DJ Moore. Well, he ain't got no motherfucking elite Hall of Fame quarterback, but he's got $20 million a year. He turns over. He sees motherfucking other ones that's just breaking the bank. CeeDee Lamb, what did he get, like $30 million? And all
Yeah,
of a
but
sudden,
Mike, you gotta
and with the
stop.
numbers that he was
DJ
putting
Moore.
up, with these bad
DJ
quarterbacks.
Moore is a class act. No matter what the
Thank
fuck
you.
he has at
I ain't
quarterback, you
never
don't hear
heard
that
nothing
nigga
about
say
DJ.
nothing.
And that's
You
the
don't
part
see
that I
him.
said I
He
was wrong
frustrated, and you
on.
don't hear shit.
No, I said, nigga, we're talking about two standpoints. We're talking about when before the draft, when y'all said it originally, and I ain't catch it, and how I thought about it, and what I see now clearly that the man has a problem.
Yeah,
Problem
but
is y'all
it
blending
always
this shit
takes
in.
you getting to the point where you gotta see. You ain't got no choice but to see the motherfucker. When we try to tell you always ahead of time, you don't want to
Yes,
listen. You
nigga,
just like
because
half
you
of these
me
Panther
too,
fans
motherfucker.
around here.
I'm a grown ass
You
man, and you know
half
how
of
I
these
survived every
fucking
day
fans
by
that don't
fucking learning on
fucking
my own.
listen. If you
Nigga, you've
clean
been
your
wrong
wax out your
sometimes too.
motherfucking air, you can listen. Listen,
But nigga, you've been
motherfucker.
wrong too. Those been wrong before.
Tell
Y'all
me
niggas ain't
what I've
always
been wrong.
fucking right.
What I've been
I
wrong.
mean, yeah,
Tell me what I've been wrong.
we all
Nigga, yeah,
been
you
wrong.
been.
Oh, what up?
So we
Well,
all been
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
So
Come
I
on
want
with
to
it.
speak for
Come
my
on with it.
motherfucking self.
Come on with it. Come on with it. Me choosing AR-15, I'm wrong. Okay, I'm wrong, motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah, you was. Yeah, you was. Yeah, you was.
Yeah. I didn't want CJ. I didn't want that motherfucker.
Yeah, and you want DJ
Yeah,
Johnson?
you tell him what you
DJ
call him. Tell him what
Johnson?
you call him, Q. Tell him what you
Good
call him.
right.
I
Good right
call
about
him a
DJ Johnson.
Oh,
dummy.
you sure
He
did. Yes, you
can't
did.
read,
Yes, you
write,
did.
or trace his fucking
Yeah.
name with his
Oh,
ignorant
God, dang,
ass.
God, dang.
I'm saying we
Okay.
all been wrong, my nigga. So I wanted to speak for myself. My bad.
Yeah,
That's
one
called being a
time for
man.
me, 20 times for y'all. Oh, okay, it's all good. Y'all remember that
Okay.
one time though. Ignorant
Nigga,
motherfucker, you.
nigga, that's not even the only time. We just mentioned a couple right now because those are the first
Oh,
ones that
Mike.
come to our
Should I
mind.
start
Don't be
mentioning
acting
the
like,
goddamn time that you been wrong with your flip-flopping ass?
Man,
Flip flop.
now
Shit.
you stand in the corner over there, nigga. Ain't
You
nobody eating no
wrong 3
pom-poms.
times a week. 3,
Yeah.
4
Nigga,
times a
no
week you
lies.
wrong.
That's lies, nigga. That's lies.
You called J.C. Horn. You said you wouldn't pay him, and he's only
Yeah.
one of the best
Jace.
cornerbacks in the league this
Hey,
year.
Call him.
and my worst was what? It wasn't the fact that motherfucker wasn't good. It's because that nigga never stays on the field. So for once he's been on the
Well, he
fucking
But
played on the
field,
Mike,
season.
it's the difference
congratulations,
between
you
not
was
being
right.
good and just being injured. That's the difference.
No, it's not a
Black
motherfucking difference
ass.
because if I can't put you
And
on the
being
motherfucking
injury
field,
prone.
that's even worse.
And being
If you
injury
there
prone.
and
He's
I'm
not
paying
injury
you,
prone.
You're wrong about Deontay
I can tell
Johnson.
you
You're
got a
wrong about
bum ass
Canales. You're
receiver.
wrong about
wait.
Bryce
So let me get this
Young.
right.
You're wrong about every
You
fucking
so
thing.
happy about paying J.C. Horn, but you throw a fit about signing T. Higgins. Make it make sense.
Who the fuck cares
what?
about T.
I don't
Higgins? I
want
don't
T.
give a fuck
Higgins.
No,
about
what
T.
I'm
Higgins.
saying
I'm just
is an
saying.
injury
That's
prone
the reason
player
why we
is an
talk.
injury prone
Mike,
player. If you on
that
the
was
Is
just
T.
the
if you
Higgins
on
concept
the
we were just
as
talking
sideline,
about.
productive as J.C. Horn? No, he is not.
T.
say that
Higgins
what?
ain't no good.
Nigga,
He will
please.
cause trouble. He drops balls. If y'all sign T.
J.C.
Higgins, you're
is
going to be in the
top
same
5,
Deontay Johnson shit.
top
Okay.
5, top 10 at his
Okay, all
position.
right.
T. Higgins is fucking top 30 at his
Okay, all right. Now
position.
listen.
Stop that
All right.
shit.
Let me clarify this. What I'm saying is, I don't
Wrong
see.
again.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What
Wrong.
I'm saying is the fact of the
Always
matter that
wrong.
my problem is not J.C. Horn's his production. My problem is this is the first time we've seen J.C. Horn consistently since he's been in Carolina. That's why I didn't want
No.
to pay him. Y'all can go
Y'all
back. Y'all can
motherfuckers.
watch the tape. I said literally, this nigga's been off the field more than the time that he's usually on the field, and that's why I'm scared to pay the nigga.
Mike, it's not like he's injury prone, like he got a fucked up knee or a back or something. The motherfucker literally got his arm broke or wrist broke on friendly fire. He stepped back on some raggedy ass turf and fucked up his fucking foot. Come on, bruh.
Nigga,
Those are not
40%.
anything that's muscle. It's all bone breaks.
I heard, nigga.
There was no muscle.
I heard, nigga. Point being,
You better act like
if you're
you
not
heard,
on the
nigga.
field,
Maybe
if
you
you're
should
not on
listen
the
more,
field,
nigga.
you're not showing
Maybe
me
you
what I
should
can do
think more,
with you on the
nigga.
field.
Think
I'm not
more.
paying you, nigga. I don't care what the
What?
injuries
Yo,
are.
But
black
Nigga, if
ass,
you're
you,
not on the
nigga.
field more than you
you ready to pay
are
Huh?
on
T.
the
Higgins?
sideline, I'm
Hold
not
You ready to pay
paying
on,
T.
you.
nigga. I
Nigga,
need you to listen, nigga.
You ready to pay T. Higgins?
no, that's
Black
not what I'm
ass
saying. I
motherfucker.
don't pay. I don't even like T. Higgins. I don't pay injury
Why do you
players.
always end
If
up
you're not
defending the
healthy,
nigga you don't like?
No, it's not me saying that, but I've heard people say T. Higgins. I heard niggas say pay Jace Horn. I hear people say it all the time. What's the point of signing and putting niggas on contracts that are usually injury prone? It has not worked
Boy,
out
you
for
here.
anybody in the NFL. Ever.
But you think you're gonna get the production out of T. Higgins and Joe Burrow can't get production out of him, but Bryce Young is.
First of all,
Yeah,
T.
get the
Higgins
fuck
got
out of
1,000
Thank
here.
you.
yards last year.
Thank
T.
Get
you.
the
Higgins had
fuck out of
1,000
here.
yards the year before. T.
Thank
Higgins on his
you.
way for
From
1,000 yards
Joe
this
Wrong
year.
again.
That
Burrow.
nigga do get
From
Wrong
production.
Joe
again.
No.
Burrow.
Black ass.
Now, back to what I was saying. I said
With
I don't want T.
Joe
You
Higgins.
ain't.
I said
Come
Burrow.
I
on,
didn't
three
want
long
Jace
Mike.
Horn for the
You ain't
same
talking
reason I
about
said I
nothing.
don't want T. Higgins. I don't want injury players. If you're not on
That'll
the
change
field,
next week. You know how you
50%
change from
of
week to
your
week.
contract, I don't want you on the field. This has never changed for me. This has been from the very
Yeah,
beginning.
nigga, everything
You
changes
can
with
go
you.
back in the offseason when we first
You was
talked
the
about
same
Jace
nigga that's
Horn.
saying
My
that
only
Bryce wasn't
complaint,
shit. Then you turn around the next week, yeah, the little motherfucker can't do this. He can't do that. I'm just saying, give him a shot. He can do this right here. Now you all of a sudden king of the Bryce train.
I'm not king of the Bryce train. I said when a nigga plays like he plays,
Shit.
let him play. Let him play.
Could have
Mike,
Because
so
fooled
you,
me
also,
Mike,
while
all
would
niggas
you
3
talk
rather
days of
about
play?
this
Bryce
week.
Young,
Mike, would you rather play?
and why he
Pay?
wasn't doing good, I also watched a 10-minute video of wide receivers dropping passes that
I
this
don't give
nigga
a
put
fuck
right
if
on
you
the
watch
dot.
a
So
3-hour
the
video
point
on this
being
shit.
is
I don't give a
I
Thank you,
fuck.
see
okay,
the
bro.
whole motherfucking picture. And the whole picture with Jace Horn contract is I can't sign a nigga long term that hasn't been on the field 50% of the time since I drafted the nigga. Makes sense to
Yes, sir,
me.
Mike. Yes, sir, Mike. Yes, sir.
Would you rather
Right, man.
pay Bryce Young than pay JC? Mike,
Go.
I'd rather pay neither. If you want to be 100% honest, I'd rather pay neither. Neither.
Shout out to JP. Third long flip flopping Mike, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to KJP for that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That boy here, you don't know if he hot or cold, lukewarm. We don't know what this nigga is. Magma hot. We don't know what he is from day to day, dog. Every day is a new adventure with Three Lung Mike.
You gonna
Him
get
in
a
the
different
pirate
mic.
seas he be on. Oh yes, Jalen, you gonna get a new mic every day.
Yep, new mic.
Nobody knows what this nigga be talking about.
Bipolar.
Burning
you
them
start
mics down with
you
all
start
that,
calling that boy.
all them
You
I'm
start
passages.
calling
actually
that boy
bipolar.
Johnny
Don't put that
He
Quest.
shit
is a
out there.
bipolar ass
I
nigga.
Start
really
calling
am
him Johnny
bipolar.
Quest over there.
I'm
Well, no
bipolar,
wonder.
manic.
It
Man,
shows.
I got like 5 mental issues. I ain't bullshitting.
So now I'm arguing with an ignorant ass nigga now. I'm glad you told me that.
No, you arguing. No. Ain't got shit to do with my mental
No,
health,
no,
nigga.
no.
Fuck
You
you.
just let us know that you ain't got shit upstairs. That's what you just
No,
told me.
nigga, it's too many
You a
voices
crazy
upstairs. There's a
motherfucker.
difference. There's a
Now
difference.
this nigga Randy
Voices in
Orton
your
in
head
this
now. You hear
motherfucker.
voices in your head now.
I
You
hear
hear voices in your
voices
No,
head.
in
nigga,
my
I'm
head. They
diagnosed. Don't
told
laugh at
me
me,
Oh
motherfucker.
They
no.
talk to
Like, I'm
me,
seriously
they
diagnosed.
understand.
This
Nigga, how
nigga
many times
crazy.
have I been?
This
Look, I don't
crazy
think y'all been paying
motherfucker.
attention on this panel. And sometimes I even say,
You
yo,
changed
this
so
helps my
much.
mental health. And I appreciate being on the panel and I appreciate the Black Hat. I say that shit. I talk about mental health for a reason, my nigga.
Nigga,
That's
we
not,
thought you were just stressed. We know you crazy. What the
no, nigga, I'm
Now this
mental.
nigga
Really.
crazy.
Like, on some real shit. Like, legally, I can set your house on fire, burn you and your whole family, and walk out of the courtroom without nothing. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, you get shot and you do that shit over here,
hell?
Mike. Yeah, you ain't gonna do that
Yeah,
over here.
they ain't walking in the
I
shit
work
over
hard
here.
for my house. I ain't got time to fuck with you. You gonna let the
I'm
leave
like
here
Denzel. You know what the
before your
gas
arm cross your
table
chest.
smell like, Mike? Pine on. You pouring pine on me.
Hey, you got to
So
leave here. We can go ahead and put that Stacey Adams on your ass. Yes, sir.
I know Jaden has his guy that he's been scouting
Have
uh
Mike wearing some gator butt.
for
Yes,
his
sir.
scout
Fresh
from
as
his
a nigga in
scouting
the planet.
office. But I want to throw my sleeper in the draft for a wide receiver. Some of
Go
y'all may
ahead,
know who
fuck.
he is, maybe y'all don't. But I like Ricky Williams III for UNLV.
Yes.
Ricky White, my bad. Ricky White the third.
Yeah,
I said Ricky Williams.
I
I
know you're
heard of
talking
him.
about.
Ricky White is definitely somebody we need to draft later down in the draft. I know y'all talking about somebody, you know what I'm saying, at the very beginning, at the top of the draft, because that's something the Panthers could possibly do. I can see that go, getting that
I'm
boy
afraid
another
of it.
weapon. But if they wait, they can still get a hell of a wide receiver, a burner, somebody who doesn't drop the ball. Y'all can look at his stats. The man is nice. Cube, you want to pull him up? You can. Tell me what you think, what you see.
Pull
And
him up, kid.
What his
he's
name
Go,
is?
go.
definitely better than that Jaden Higgins that Jalen.
Ricky White is
They all over that
6'1",
Jaden Higgins.
190.
Okay.
He run a 4.40 for UNLV.
I'm gonna be real with you guys, yo.
Mike,
And
don't
Goat
fuck
said
this
it
up. Mike, don't
a
fuck this
while
up.
back.
Mike, don't fuck
Goat
this
said it
up.
a while back, but I
Mike,
really feel
don't
like
fuck
we
this up.
gonna end up drafting a receiver at the top of the first round. I hate it, like
But
for
yeah,
real. After Goat mentioned it,
I hate to tell you, if they fall mid
Goat.
round, yes they are. Yes they are.
The reason why I say that because as Goat said it before, I was like, they got rid of Jonathan Mingo immediately this season. Like they got rid of him immediately. Like they already said, and I think they feel like with the jobs that Xavier Leggett's having, they probably feel like, yo, we might need to just draft somebody in the first round because the last two second round picks have not been what we expected. So let's go ahead and get that guy at the top of the first round so we ain't got to think about it no more, and we know the offense is complete. I got a
You gotta
feeling they
think
might.
about it. Mango didn't pan out like they wanted to. Then you, like you just said, Liggett hasn't. He's played good, but he's not been what they thought he was gonna be.
Yeah, a lot of drop.
Therefore, you had to bring your UDFA back. You were lucky that you end up getting him back, and you got some production out of him. So and then the guy who they got in free agency, who we've been talking about, who was going to be the X receiver, who I told y'all was not an X receiver, but he was on the Panthers. He was going to be an X. See, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for an X receiver. We're looking for a speed receiver that's going to get behind the safety, that has playmaking ability, yards
Ricky
after the
White.
catch ability. That's what
Yeah,
they're missing. That's what
the
they're going
guys
to.
I
If
look as
they
far
have
as
a
like I
chance to
said,
get one, they're going to get
your
one.
ex receivers is gonna be you got Higgins from Iowa State, you got Theo Wees from Missouri, Torrey Horton from CSU, and you got Shepard from Colorado. You got the Goy from UNLV. You got a couple ex receivers that's got some
Yo,
speed on them.
what's that boy that top
Pop.
receiver that 6'5" guy, 210
Go
with
ahead, Q.
McMillan?
Pop.
Oh, yeah.
I have to say this
They don't play
was
nobody.
a good bring.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Dang, God damn, you ain't let me get this shit off my wall. God damn.
Go ahead, Q. My bad. Go ahead, brother.
This was a good find right here. I'm looking at who he played, Syracuse and some of these other guys, Boise State and some of this. He put up good numbers amongst some of these guys right here.
Yeah,
This guy right here, and he got the side. He got the. He's 6'1", 190 pounds. He built like a little bit of a running back. So he got that yak ability that they talking about. They're looking for.
Dang,
He might be
okay.
a good.
Now,
He might be a good pickup.
That's my
where is
guy
he
right here,
listed at
bro.
on the big board? Where is he listed at on the big board?
All right, let me look at the big board and see. This might be a good. Let me look and see where they got him.
He a sleeper goat.
Projected
He
to go.
down low, but
He
he
a
need to
I
go
think
true
higher
like
than
deep
what he
fourth,
at.
threat
fifth round.
too, though. He a true deep threat.
Yeah, see, that's what
NFL
they're looking for.
draft.
Because
Yep,
if y'all
true
if
deep
y'all
threat.
if y'all if y'all did forget, if y'all forget, they was looking for Xavier Worthy. Kansas City fucked them when they made the trade with Buffalo and moved up and got Xavier Worthy. They wanted a speedster last year. It
Yep.
wasn't Leggett who they was looking for. They was looking for a speedster last year.
Xavier Worthy.
That's true, goat.
I didn't want Xavier Worthy. I ain't want Xavier Leggett either. I wanted Keon Coleman. I ain't like the fact he was right there and we didn't get him. I
A
wanted
lot of
Keon
people
Coleman.
wanted Keon Coleman.
But
Mm-hmm.
Keon Coleman ain't outplaying XL. XL is number 9 at rookie wide receiver, and Coleman is number 8. They right underneath each other, so he's not
Yeah, but
outdoing anybody.
Keon Coleman's been hurt a couple games. Plus, he
Then
got
why would you want
way
somebody
less
who
drops.
Oh, okay, but he's been hurt. Availability, right? Come on
He's
now.
only been hurt for a game or two, dog. It's not like he broke an arm or some shit. It's a rookie
They
contract. The
saying
guy hit.
White is
Yeah,
the day three pick.
That's what I said. I said fourth or fifth round pick.
Yeah.
I hope Steve Smith talk about this dude though.
So he's
I
sitting there
hope
somewhere
nobody
between.
talks about him except for Pop, Dave Canales, and Dan Morgan. I hope those are the only 3 people that talks about him.
I'm telling you, this guy right here is a steal, bro. And so are the other guys that Logic
Between
brought up too.
64 and 90 something.
Look, this is why I'm worried about the top pick because the nigga's 6'5", and I think the fact that they feel like it'll help the red zone situation with Bryce, it'll make sense. That's
What
what
are
I'm
the
worried
back
about.
defenses up off of them? You know what I'm saying? You know, defenses tend to play us tight because of. I don't want to get anybody saying that. We do not. If you look at the numbers, we don't have explosive playability. Everything has been what 20 some odd yards, and so they say that we can't go deep. They say that your boy can't go deep, and teams tend to play us like that. I don't want everybody to get mad with me now. Please don't shoot
Oh, he
the
don't have a
messenger.
short arm. I'll never say he don't have a short arm. Like I mean, like if the draft was today,
You got
like
people that
and the draft was
disagree
today,
with you, Mike. You got
and,
people that
and
disagree with you.
no,
People
he don't
think
have
he
a
got
real.
So
That's
go.
crazy. He don't have a real short arm.
Take a look at the
And he's
screen.
never gonna have
Take
it.
a look at the screen. They got this boy ranked 194th amongst the top draft, which is late third round, fourth round. You know, which isn't bad at all. 6'1", 190, senior coming from UNLV. He got 1,020 yards receiving, 11 touchdowns receiving, 75 receptions, and from the scouting report on this guy, his blocking is about 63%, but everything else he's great in short receiving, intermediate routes, and he's a 86% deep threat,
Y'all see what
which
them
is
ball?
pretty good.
Q. Scroll back down, Q. Scroll back down. I tell people what I look for. Scroll back down. Scroll back
Right
down.
here.
Y'all right here. Y'all see what them bars are sitting there, right? You know what I'm saying? 80s and 60s and shit. That's good. I can look at it right there and say
Yeah.
that and say that's good right there. Yeah, right there.
His
Just one glance.
hands is a 67%. His
Mm-hmm.
short receiving is 80. His intermediate is 86. His deep threat is 86, and then his blocking is 63. Totally, they gave him an 82 overall out of 100, which is a very solid considering this receiving class. And they
Very
got him
solid.
going
Very
late
solid.
third, early fourth.
Hmm.
So you can
Hey,
pick this nigga up anyway.
yeah, Carolina boy 90. Yeah, I'm looking at Tez Johnson. He's one of my guys on my list at receiver too, from Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Ted Johnson is
Yeah.
nice. I like
We had just
Restro
talked
from
about
Miami.
Carolina boy. We had just talked about Ted. We started talking about Tez Johnson.
Restrepo, I like
Hmm.
Restrepo too. I like him
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
too.
Restrepo straight. You can get him late, fourth, fifth round too. He'll be sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want somebody to go up the
Luther
field
Borden.
and scare people, Ricky White your guy. Can he do everything?
That'd be
Well,
definitely
see
something to look into.
that's them values that we got all them fourth round picks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Hmm.
what Carolina needs to hit on. If they can hit
Mm-hmm.
on a fourth rounder that gives them production, oh wow! I mean, just after you just hit Jalen Croker off a UDFA that gave us in a couple games that gave us some type of production. We haven't done stuff like this, y'all, since Frankie Luvu. Straight up. So if you
Mm-hmm.
can find value in the fourth round,
True.
this is what a team like this needs.
And for anybody who watching or listening from home, this is a learning channel. You get to see new names and faces all day long that should prepare you and have you ready for next year's draft. That's what this is all about. It's all about knowing what could we be doing, to possibly figure some things out. Because our scout team is shit. So we might as well do the job in knowing who some of these players is whenever they get selected. Might
That's
as
what I'm
well.
saying, bro. That's terrible how we do a better job at scouting than well.
Then the
Okay,
NFL
well,
organization, go ahead and say it. Yeah, go ahead and say it. Then the NFL organization, you got podcast niggas who do more research than these ignorant bastards sitting up there with bald head and glasses talking about, I want this guy. I told you at the Super Bowl I was gonna take you. I told you.
Mm-hmm.
but Ricky Wright is a true deep threat, though, man. That's probably what they're gonna get to.
My
Maybe.
only, because I gotta have some knockback on everybody. Everybody ain't coming out perfect. My only issue with him is if you got a guy that's a bigger corner, that play man coverage and can put his hands on him from the line. He ain't the biggest kid in the world. So if he can beat that, you got yourself something special. Play
But
it out.
see, Lottie, you got to do him just like they do. Once again, I use Worthy once again for the 10th time. You know what I'm saying? You know how they do jet sweeps with him just to put
Yeah,
it in his hand, or
yeah,
they
yeah,
motion. You know what I'm saying? Right or
yeah.
left.
You
You
got to
know,
scheme.
to
You
give
got to
him a
scheme
clean
him open.
release. Yeah,
You got
you
to
got to
scheme him
scheme him
open.
open.
Yeah,
That's all it is. That's all
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Scheme him open. But one thing, let him catch that ball behind them 1 or 2 times. You know what I'm saying? And have some breakaway speed and stuff like that, and it'll back them up off of us.
Yep.
If we can get teams to back up off of us, we run well enough. See, that sets up the run, y'all. Y'all want Chuba to get off. You want Jonathan Brooks to get off. Something like that helps. I mean, I'm only saying this stuff now because I know I'm going into year 3 with Bryce. I know this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it. I don't know particularly look for it, but we going in there with Bryce.
Well, that's a fact.
Shout out to Panama Queen. She says wide receiver McMillan any good? He is the top receiver in this year's draft. He is to me a watered down version of Mike Evans, and Mike Evans is a surefire Hall of Famer. So he's 6'5". That guy's around the same weight. About I think what was his weight again? A lot of he was like
He
220
210.
something.
He 210, 6'5",
210.
210.
210.
But
He 210.
he's not as fast as
6'5",
Mike Evans
210.
though.
He ain't as
He's
fast
not
as Mike Evans,
he's not as fast as Mike
but
Evans.
he know how to get open. And he ain't just a deep threat. I mean, he's a problem though. Got a good catch radius the whole 9. So he a
So
problem.
Panama, I'll put it like this right here. If y'all was to draft him with Ricky Pearsall's over there, boy, y'all be back in the Super Bowl again. You would have another guy. You got him, Ricky Pearsall. You would have CMC. He would be a dangerous weapon for y'all. That's crazy. Them boys are always hit on the receiver over there too. Yeah, well, yeah. Well, we can y'all send us a receiver, Panama? I'll take anything. Give me Ricky. Give me Samuels. Give me anybody.
Yeah, give us something.
Yeah. I thought the signal went out.
He he's moving up the boards too rapidly. Ricky White. He was just down at 200. He's moving.
McMillan is a top 5 pick though. That boy, they're gonna be special this year. She said we could have Debo. I don't want his sweet ass. Nah, I'll take him. We'll. I don't know where he be getting them tight ass clothes from. That boy, they different. That boy different. I watch they be showing his outfits coming into the damn game. I swear that boy be swinging for the other team, bro. His clothes be super tight. Lord have mercy, he scared me.
He don't scare you, dude.
He scared. He got some freaky things going on. I don't know what's wrong with Buddy. He just don't seem right, man. JP said he want Ricky Pearsall from
Who,
Florida,
who,
but
who,
damn, Lottie.
hey, who you talking about? Damn, Debo Samuel.
Hell yeah, with them tight ass clothes.
Yeah.
Him and Bryce will fit right in. Never mind.
Mm,
Never mind. They be giving each other fashion statements.
Bryce,
They be doing
Bryce.
makeup at night.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
JP. Listen. I don't like them niggas from Miami or Florida. You know this. Everybody know this. But when it comes to them being
Here
on
we
our
go.
team, if they good, they good. So damn that. I take Pearsall from damn Florida, and I take Restrepo from Miami. But fuck they schools. Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Respect.
Bryce.
Right. See, that's the
That's
hard part. You
How
see
y'all
a
feel about Ty
receiver.
Felton?
You see who?
Ty Felton from Maryland.
Uh, who? Nah, I know who he. I know who he is. Man. He all right.
It was
He
the
all
way
right.
Lottie said, who? Nah,
White
Tom
is
fell from Miami, Maryland. Good. They got
yeah,
two
he
good
great.
receivers from Maryland this year.
They do.
Yeah,
They got 2 of them.
yeah, they got 2 out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think White better than him though. I think White better
Yeah,
than him.
he is. Ricky White and Jalen Royals are guys to look at in the later rounds. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I
Now,
hear that.
the only thing about McMillan, what they say, if y'all go in the scout report, even though he's a big dude, he don't like motherfuckers putting their hands on him, which a lot of wide receivers don't. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But
Mm-hmm.
he wants to get off clean, so it fucks with his route running ability when motherfuckers go put their hands on him. That's
Yeah.
one thing he got. As a big guy, he got to learn how to be more. I mean, more physical. He's physical at the catch and everything like that, but getting off the line, he got to get more physical or be more aggressive at the line.
I go.
That was just like the other day when JC said, T-Hawk, he was like, well, he pushing me. You know what I'm saying? I got to push this nigga back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if we stay at number 5, are you moving back?
Oh, hell no. I'm going to go get one of them
Stay right where
defenses.
we at. Stay right where
Hell
it's
the
too much.
fuck
It's too much
no.
on there. It's too much meat on that
Yeah.
bone to be giving it up now.
Yes,
Shit,
sir.
Mason Graham. Boy, if you
Mm-hmm.
able to get Mason
It
Graham
depends.
and in that
It
third
depends.
round grab another tackle, boy, you just revamp your whole entire front line.
You did.
Your
And that
whole three.
I appreciate you, Q, giving me a shout out with that development strategy. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. You can
Mhm.
put my stamp on it. Anyway, um,
Here you go with
but
that
also I
shit.
want to say it
What?
also depends what the person is offering. Like who's trying to trade up. That's a big thing for me. Cause like if you still in the top 10 trying to trade up to number 5, what you got on the table? Does that make sense? Do y'all disagree with that?
But what I'm saying, Mike, you got names like after the top 5, after number 5, you got names coming off there like Abdul Carter, James Pearsall, James Pierce, I mean, damn, I said Pearsall, James Pierce. You got Will Johnson, the cornerback.
Mikal
Everything
Williams.
I just named, we need. You know what I'm saying? So you trade back. Let's say you trade back from 5. You can't
So
drop
like
no more
8.
5 to 6 spots. Yeah, to 8. You can't go back to
Yeah.
11 or 12. You
No,
see what
that's
I'm
what I
saying?
said inside the top. Let's say inside the top 10. Because you know
Yeah.
what I mean, somebody might just need to like if Cam Ward is on the board, right? Somebody in the top 10 might want to I'm not saying he's going to be because 9 times out of 10 he's not, but let's say somebody's on the board that somebody in the top 10 feel like they just gotta have. And they willing
Well,
to go up
okay.
a few spots.
Hold up. You ain't even got to say Cam Ward. Okay, we're at number 5. They got us tied to Mason Graham, right?
Yeah,
The Bengals are at number 9. The Bengals don't
yeah.
need Mason Graham. The Bengals don't need Mason Graham.
Oh,
Nigga. That's what the Bengals are suffering from. So if they willing to make that move, you see what I'm saying?
And
They
what's
got
it?
to have
And
him.
because you know what I mean, they might say, "Yo, we'll give you the 9th pick swap and give you our 2nd round pick." Are you gonna say no? I'm just
No.
asking.
Fuck no.
Okay, so that's why I would say it just depends on who will be trying to who will be collecting that call. Who'll be like, "Yo, I want to trade
Yeah.
up because we want this person."
I moved down to 9 and get one of the edges.
You know what I mean? And that's where I was at too. It just depends on who was the offer on the phone call. Because if not, I love this. I had thought about it weeks ago. Double dipping that defensive tackle, I think will solidify so much. I
me
think
too.
it'll solidify so much. I think you got 3 hog mollies in that front on that 3-4. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to squeeze between Mason Graham and Derek Brown and if
And
it's Walker.
Ashawn.
You know what I mean? Like all 3 of them, like Ashawn, he's aging. So he's not going to be Ashawn.
Oh, he ain't got but
Wait a
one more
minute.
year on his contract.
You
It ain't
just
like
hired the nigga this year and you talk about he aging. What the fuck? Why would you get a nigga that's I ain't going there with y'all, man. I'm not doing it.
Okay, Q. It's not
You
okay. It's not the
signed the
fact that he's
nigga that got
aging.
one foot in the
Like
grave anyway.
And that's why I'm drafting like this, because it makes up for that. Now, if I double dip at defensive tackle, and Ashawn's got one more year on the contract, and I got my 3 young studs, and I get to switch him in and keep him fresh, and keep these 3 all fresh, and keep going hard like that, and I don't miss a step on my defense. If not, it's even better because I keep fresh legs in the game. Then by the time I'm losing a nigga, because I only signed him for like 2 years, now when he's gone, my defense is exactly where it was supposed to be in the first place because of this draft. If I double dip at defensive tackle at first. Or if some miracle, if I
Well, you
don't
don't need it, but
double
you
dip
you
at
don't need to
tackle,
double. You don't need to double dip at tackle. If
you
you double
don't.
dip at
But
edge, I won't be mad with that. But if you don't need to double dip
You
at
need
tackle.
that tackle, or you need an edge rusher, and then go
you need
linebacker.
both. Absolutely, you need both. And so Mason Graham,
You need all
everybody was
three.
high on Mason Graham, but I said I wanted either Carter or Williams in the first round, and I feel like I can possibly move back a couple spots and maybe pick up another pick, and still get one of those 2 guys. It's very much possible. So
But
I'm
what
picking
you
up the
also
phone.
doing is being greedy, Mike. Like at some point in time, you think you move back if you want to. It might end up costing your ass.
As long as you don't go too far and you don't risk too much, like you always got to remember, like, all right,
Oh yeah.
like for instance, if I'm at 5 and I'm training back to 8, I'm paying attention to the 3 defensive ends that's on the board. If all 3 defensive ends that I've got on my board is sitting there, I know I can't miss all 3. I'm only backing up 3 spots.
Yeah, but see, that's how we did with DJ Johnson. They sat back their ass on that damn board and they traded back, and then they said, "Oh
True.
shit, we missing out on the edge rusher. We got to trade back up and go and give away picks to get back up and get one of them guys." Dumb shit that we do. We
Mm-hmm.
ain't the
I'm
smartest
talking a lot
motherfuckers
closer.
around
Look
here.
at this Q.
I'm talking
Look
a
at this
lot
Q.
closer, Q. I
Look.
ain't going
You can
far.
get Mike
I'm not
Green
going
from
far.
Marshall. Oh hell.
Oh gosh. That dude
Because see,
overrated, y'all. Come
that
on
right
now.
there, you moving out the top 5. You see how much the board moved at 8 when Atlanta did what they did this year. Now you talking about making a major move at 5. You gonna make some people think about what they getting ready to do. So that same player you thought you might get at 9 still might not be there at 9, moving the 4 spots down.
I'm glad I
So
didn't say 9, nigga. I said 8. Didn't I just say if I look at the board and I see 3 edge rushers still there and I'm
well,
at 5
I don't,
and I was to
but you gotta
trade back
still.
to 3
It's
spots,
just
I
like
know that I'm
I
cool,
hate
but don't go out
I
of arm
hate to
reach for the
quote a
3 players that I
nigga
want.
named Scott Fitterer, but he did say it right. You got to have the partner though, Mike. You don't the motherfucker
Exactly.
ain't gonna trade with you though, bro. You know what it
I'm
ain't.
saying if the opportunity don't knock, yeah. The question was, do you try to trade? Do you trade back or not? And my reply was dependent on who's on the phone. How close are they to my pick? And if they out of range where if I'm risking losing one of my picks, and if it's I'm out of range, then no, I can't pick. But long as it's close enough, what you got on the table?
Mike, I don't
Well,
want that
I
dumbass
don't see
nigga
nobody trading with
Dan
you, but
Morgan
hey,
doing too much trading because he gonna fuck it up. I
He
don't want him doing
is.
too much. He's not qualified to be around here making some of these moves he making, dog. Let him focus on getting the players through the door. Because when you start trying to get cute with shit, you fuck it up.
that's true.
And you know, everybody, I hear them talk about that nigga from Mike Green from Marshall, and then like I heard Red come on here the day before yesterday and call the man DeMarcus Lawrence, and I laughed because I said, well, damn, D-Law have been in this league for 10 years, and I think he only made what, 1 Pro Bowl, maybe 2, double-digit
Mhm.
sacks 1 season, maybe, and that's who y'all telling us to go and get. Wow. I sat back and I looked at that and I said, oh, okay. Well, if that's the guy y'all want, only reason why he get exposed is because he on Dallas. Because he always injured. He's always injured. If he ain't injured, he is not the guy for me. Y'all said Mike Green is nice because he got 16 sacks against nobodies, but I'm not that high on that boy.
Me neither. I'm not high on. I'm not high on that dude neither, man. I'm not. Nope.
I think they're more
If you,
high on the story of him coming from Butler Community College and working his way up to some of these
Mm-hmm.
smaller colleges. They're more hyped and bought on the stories than they are the actual player. And they say, well, he doing good for coming from
That's what I'm
community
talking
college.
about. That's why we
I
Mm-hmm.
got
don't give
Bryce
a
Young.
fuck.
That's why we got Bryce Young. That's why. Story.
Yeah.
Storyline.
You get some guys every year that come out that probably ain't played nobody, and they somehow, some way jump up in the top rounds, second round,
I know
third round,
how.
Zach
every year.
Wilson, Zach
Yep.
Wilson from
Zach Wilson
BYU
had
was
no
a big
business
one.
being up there, but he got there. Kenny
Mm-hmm.
Pickett
You
had
know
no
what I mean?
business being up there, but they got there. That's
You
just
know
how.
what I mean?
Especially
And,
edge rushers,
And,
y'all.
and, and usually, I'm gonna tell you guys the real facts. I hate to tell you guys, it's the reason why y'all argue at me a lot of times, and we go back and forth. A lot of this shit is based on niggas just reading stats. These college football players or these football players in the NFL, the stats, read the stats. Stats tell everything. No, the fuck they don't. A nigga
No,
got 16 sacks, yes, but if all your fucking football schedule is damn near high school teams, you supposed to,
There you
my
go.
nigga.
There you
there
go.
it is.
And that's why originally when his name was mentioned up, if we remember the conversation, I was talking about Abdul Carter because I said, yo, my man from Kentucky could be in the second round. We might have to trade up a couple picks to get him if we have to. But if I can get him and Derek Brown and then have Abdul Carter and DJ Wadham, I think we got a good lineup. And dude was like, nah, I don't really have a thing with Penn State. I think it's too much hype. And that's when Mike Green got brought up. I heard DeMarcus Lawrence too. And
Think
when he
about
said
it.
DeMarcus Lawrence, I had to think twice about who the fuck was he talking about. Because I was thinking, DeMarcus Lawrence, he's not talking about the
DeMarcus
nigga from the
Lawrence ain't shit
Cowboys,
in the
right?
league. Come on, man. Let's just be real, man.
He's talking about the nigga from
I
the
sat
Cowboys?
back and they said it like DeMarcus Lawrence was a 5-time, 6-time Pro Bowler, like he was so all world nigga. No, he only had double digit sacks 2 times in his whole career. 14 sacks and 10 sacks one year. I had to think about it. I was like, and this the nigga that they're trying to sell me on? That's his NFL comparison? Bro, he
You would have said,
playing Stony Brook Seawolves. The nigga playing Western Michigan Broncos, Appalachian State. He playing niggas like Georgia State Panthers, Southern Miss Golden Eagles, Coastal
what?
Carolina, which is in Myrtle Beach right here. These are not
Yo,
Old Dominion Monarchs. This nigga ain't playing nobody. James Madison Dukes.
All those are mid majors. Every Appalachian is a mid major. They play first of the year. Old Dominion.
Look at JP. Look at
You know what I'm saying?
JP.
James Madison, shit like that. All those are big time mid majors, but they mid majors. They not Power Five
Hold on, fuck
schools.
JP right now, Jalen. We're putting the money up on the screen.
Rest I
Yeah.
said DeMarcus Ware. You didn't say DeMarcus Ware. You said DeMarcus
Nah, it's
Lawrence.
DeMarcus
Now, you
Ware.
might have meant DeMarcus Ware,
Boy, this
but
nigga
you
here.
said DeMarcus Lawrence. The tape is from yesterday. You go rewind the tape, as I always say.
Hold on.
The
We got
title,
2 super chats to get to. We got that one right there where he just said, now he said DeMarcus Ware. Now is Kimon Rucker. He said if he falls to the 5th, shout out to Creekside for that $1.99 super chat. And it was one more super chat that I missed. It's gonna come to me. Okay, that was it. He says DeMarcus Ware now.
DeMarcus.
I mean, if that's the comparison, sure. And if you can pick him up in the 3rd round, take a chance.
That
Because,
nigga
like,
said DeMarcus Lawrence yesterday. He might have
he
meant
did say
DeMarcus
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Ware, but
He
he said
damn sure said
DeMarcus
DeMarcus
Lawrence
Lawrence.
yesterday. After you think about it and you pulling stats up, you say, hold on, wait a minute, what this nigga talking about?
Yeah, I mean,
Now you
I didn't even say that because when he said DeMarcus Lawrence, I was like, well, I guess he's okay.
yeah.
And that's why if y'all pay attention after they said that, I didn't say nothing about that young man because I ain't want to put that on him and be like this young man is going to be trash if he going to be the next DeMarcus Lawrence because I don't know that young man. I hope he has all the success, but hopefully he is a DeMarcus Ware and hopefully he be there in the 3rd round. My first 2 picks, I want defensive end, defensive tackle.
There
Anything
go
else I'll be
Red.
mad
I
about.
hear you.
Red coming to defend himself.
Yeah,
Tell him, Red.
yeah.
Uh, Good evening, my brothers. How
Here we
y'all
go.
doing?
How you doing,
Here we
son?
go.
You had profit too.
So I'm at work. Hey, but it's got to be a rule before I even try to come in here and clarify from yesterday. The rule is, and this is all I'm asking, Q. Tell that motherfucker to put two of them lungs on pause. Listen with two ears and talk out of one of them mouths and lungs you got, Mike. Because I think something is affecting your hearing, and it's probably because your voice is just
Yeah, he
reverberating.
talking. So he talking. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
talking.
it reverberates his
Well, hold
eardrums.
on,
Yeah, he
Red.
ain't talking at the
Hold
same
on,
time.
Red, because I think you meant DeMarcus Ware because y'all did mention Troy University, you and Leo, and then but I think you kept saying DeMarcus Lawrence yesterday. You kept saying him, even though you meant Ware.
So what I didn't do yet, Q, is I didn't go
Huh?
back in this short time, these last 5
You
minutes.
ain't got to do all that, Red.
No,
God
no, no, no,
damn.
no, no. I mean, I clarified it, but again, I pulled up because out of respect for the host of the show. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just to be clear, even if I mistakenly said DeMarcus Lawrence, defensive end for the Dallas Cowboys, which I agree with you, he ain't had no Hall of Fame trajectory NFL career.
Mm,
However, I think that even if it's any mistaking what I said, I do know there were a couple of things that I said that I stated
mm.
to sort of go back to it because I know the discussion was about players coming out of mid-major and small schools, and you can't always just go by the fact that the level of competition they played against, what they're gonna be like.
But this is an edge
So,
Uh-huh.
rusher, Swan. This
so,
is
so again, my example given was the great Demarcus Demarcus Ware from Troy
See, you
University
almost
in
did it again.
Alabama.
You almost did it again, Jack. God damn it.
Well, because I'm being dragged into defending what the obvious was. I mean, I would think that those who respect my football knowledge and prowess would know damn well I wasn't talking about DeMarcus Lawrence. But I do know I said two things. I said Hall of Fame player, which DeMarcus Lawrence is still in the NFL. He's definitely not in the Hall of Fame. And I said Troy. So, even if it was any question about a misstatement, I think there's enough evidence from yesterday to just sort of clarify what the whole point of it was. Is that you get players that come out of small schools, TO, who go on to become
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Fame players. Do I need to explain who TO is?
Red, when the last time you had a Shannon Shaw, the Marcus Ware, a T.O. type of motherfucker coming from a Savannah State University and going on to the Hall of Fame? When the last time you seen something like that?
Well, there's probably a couple of guys up for it right now. I'd have to go back and look on an individual basis to see who they are. But the NFL gets them every year. I
Yeah.
mean, we
Okay,
got
I'm talking
one.
about when's the last time you seen a mid-major or a somebody from a HBCU come out and be a slam hit home run around this motherfucker?
But y'all just named Coastal Carolina. We had two players out in Coastal Carolina, Q, that
Yeah, we
played for the
had
Panthers.
Tobit and then we had Norman. Yeah,
I
The
mean,
last
so
one I can remember that was like a super
Tobit is a
bona fide
potential Hall of
superstar
Famer.
yeah.
was Khalil Mack from the University of Buffalo.
Facts. Now, all right. Um, and you
So
know what, Red?
you
I
do
will
get
give
them.
you credit.
Thank you for your patience, Mike.
It's
I
it's
will
it's the
give you
whole thing
credit for your
about where
football
you
knowledge.
draft them boys at, because like you just said, Q likes it when he looks at it and he's doing it exactly right. He sees what kind of competition these guys play. That's how he
That's
likes to.
important. That's important.
Yeah, that's important. That's
Mm-hmm.
very important.
Very
And
important.
he just told everybody, and he just lined it up and showed them, and he told everybody. The guy has what he say, 16 sacks or some shit like that or whatever, and he
16
told him
sacks. 16
what
sacks.
kind of level of competition they play. If people was listening, and then you compare that up, and you say, well, and then I like to say, well, where is he at on the big board if he's going in there right there? And then you say, okay, so you compare that up with where they got him, as far as
They got him
what
projected
out
third
of the draft.
round.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
Third
about a
round with
top
16
eight. He's about
sacks.
a top
so
8 or a top 10
yeah,
in the rankings of defensive ends coming out next year.
watch the
But
kid,
but
see where
but
the ball,
Red,
where the
that's
board falls at, and
they
boom. You know what I'm
they
saying?
they kind of got him borderline. What's the word when you got a specific skill set, but you got to go to the right destination to have it come out? Like Greg Hardy, when we had Greg Hardy, he
A
was like
scheme fit. A scheme
a
fit.
scheme fit or what's the rounds 4 through 7 is what I always call them.
Oh,
They're
project.
Developmental. Yeah,
project.
you
There you go.
Yeah,
He's a
developmental.
developmental guy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
more like a developmental guy
yeah.
because yeah,
And
they
he's gonna
saying he
take
got the
that. He's
intangibles
gonna
to
take
get
that. He's
you.
gonna take that because he ain't used to going up against offensive linemen the size of
There you go.
Yeah,
SEC
the
offensive
talent. Yeah,
linemen.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Exactly.
Oh
We already
my
got one of
goodness.
those.
All
We already
that
got one of
long
those.
ass
We
shit
already got
just
one
to
of those
say
on
what
our
we
team right
already
now.
fucking know. That shit was crazy.
Who
Well,
that?
see,
We
We already
already
see,
got.
knew that
Mike, this
shit.
the thing though,
No
Mike. This the
red.
thing. Like we said earlier,
No
this
red.
Atlanta channel, Mike. A lot of people don't look at it like that. Just like you
Yeah.
just
You
said.
you right, Q. But this man,
If I'm used to not seeing a 300, a Joe Art that can move like a cat, you know what I'm saying?
6'8".
Blocking me off that
yeah.
edge, 6'6", 6'8", you know what I'm saying? 300 plus, then I'm not getting shit when I go up against that caliber of competition. I'm not
You
used
right,
to it.
go. Go, you right, but the man who started this conversation literally came in here talking about we should hold him to a level of respect based on his football IQ, even though he's a fucking Falcon fan. How the fuck does
Oh,
that even work? But he comes in
oh.
here and talk about we should have a certain educational understanding of where he stands on the football IQ food chain, and then he has the nerve that we got to break down the level of 100-pound men and tackles that he doesn't have to face in that little bitty ass school when he's going against high school players. And how the fuck you gonna call this man a DeMarcus Ware Hall of Fame when he hasn't faced any kind of competition yet? Isn't that putting the motherfucking
Well,
shit
well,
before the
Mike, he
horse?
trying to relate it to
That's what they
saying
like,
that
Mike.
Troy University is a small university as well. And he trying to say, now be mindful, DeMarcus Ware is a once in a lifetime type of player. You will not see that type of guy again. But what Red was trying to do was related to saying Troy University is a small college, and he fared well when he got up on the next level. Now that's not to say that Mike Green will do the same, but I think that's in the same ball frame of what Red was trying to allude to. Am I right, Red?
You're right. I know that's what you're saying, Q. And he's
Hey,
100%.
Mike,
I
Mike,
understand where he's coming
I'm
from.
gonna send you an application to do an official and a legal name change. I could have swore Q just said, "Ain't that right, Red?"
Man, fuck
No,
Red. You
no,
a
no, no, no,
Falcon
no, no,
fan.
no.
You
Hold
said
on,
it
hold on,
like
hold on, hold on,
that.
hold on. Wait one motherfucking minute. Wait one motherfucking minute. Now,
Go
Q.
ahead,
Now,
Red. I'm
now, now.
playing.
If I'm not
Go ahead,
mistaken,
Red. You might have missed what Goat said about always having your motherfucking mouth open that you can't hear shit.
Ooh.
But in case you missed it,
Yes,
let
that
me
nigga.
come back today as a Falcon fan to remind you that if you shut the fuck up sometime, you will hear better. You will hear when Q said, "Am I right, Red?" He didn't say, "Am I right, Mike?"
Nigga, I heard. I just didn't give a fuck. There's a
Oh,
difference.
Damn.
oh, oh, okay. Well, Q, it's your show. It ain't mine. For the
Go
nigga who
ahead,
don't
Red.
give a
I'm
fuck.
Salute.
talking shit.
Mike Green.
For the nigga who don't give a
Powerful.
fuck.
I was just talking shit, Red, because
Boy, this
Yeah, well,
this
that's
is
all you ever
powerful
do is talk
niggatry,
shit.
boy.
That's all you ever do is talk shit.
yeah, I
But
was fucking
listen,
with you, Red.
listen. I heard. I've been listening to the entire show, and I heard, if I'm not mistaken, which Mike, you'll probably say I am mistaken because it doesn't shine you. It doesn't put you in a good light. If I'm not mistaken, you was one of them niggas who said wrap Deontay Johnson up right now
There you
before
Absolutely
he
go.
false.
get to the
Absolutely false.
before he get to the
Absolutely
off
false.
season, and then y'all be in a bidding war among other teams for his services.
Absolutely false. That's
Yeah,
100%
the
false.
same motherfucker who got your
No, 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 no,
panties
no,
wet
no,
right
no, no, no,
now.
no,
Ah.
The
red,
same
no. You
motherfucker who
don't
got
get
your
to keep
panties
going.
We got
wet.
a titty
You don't
wet.
get to
You
look.
little
I got
you
$500
got your
right
panties wet
now.
right
And
now.
listen,
You
I
Oh,
got
got
your
there's a
panties
low.
wet.
$500
Three
right
low.
now.
Here we
If
go.
anybody can
Pow for
confirm,
niggatry.
I'll bring up the footage for that. There's no way
Red
that
said
ever
that
came
nigga
out of my
is
mouth. There's
moist right
five
now. You
hundred
hear me?
dollars right now.
Yeah,
Pure
yeah,
bullshit.
He
yeah,
wasn't the
cause
only
he
Never
one.
came
talking
out of my
shit.
He
mouth.
wasn't the only one.
Now,
Here we
But
go with
you
that
ain't the
now,
panties.
only
here we go back
motherfucker
to
can
the
He
talk
regular
some
wasn't the only
shit,
topic
one.
nigga.
subject.
Here we
He
go.
wasn't the
Yeah.
only one.
Pow for
Yep,
He
niggatry.
wasn't the only
yep.
He
one.
No,
wasn't
no,
the
He
no,
wasn't
only
because
the
that's
only
one.
one.
crazy as
I
hell.
heard him go.
That has
I
never
heard him
came from
go.
me.
Yes, sir.
I heard him
We
go.
remember
Bullshit.
that.
Never
Bullshit.
fails.
Bullshit.
Niggatry never fails.
Bullshit. Bullshit. And I know that. Bullshit. And then
And
two,
now you
go back to
all
the
on that
other
little bitty
subject that we
motherfucker
do this
dick.
Demarcus
You all
Ware
on
shit
this little bitty
that we talking
motherfucker dick
about.
all of a sudden.
No, it ain't got
All of a
nothing to
sudden you
do with
on his
that.
dick
You
with your
ain't got a
flip
quarterback.
flopping
Stay in
ass.
the
You
corner.
remind me of another flip flopping
No,
motherfucker.
now here's my problem. We come in here, we was talking about this motherfucker defensive end being
Flip
near
flopping
Demarcus Ware
ass.
because they both came from a small college. I just want to let
Pow!
y'all niggas
Boy,
know,
I think
just
That's the
because you
nigga trick.
draft, just
Pow for
because
For
you
this
niggatry.
nigga
draft,
here.
just because you draft a quarterback in the 10th round doesn't make him Tom Brady. Just I
Boy,
didn't
that
think y'all
nigga
would
red
know that.
hair.
If you
Yeah,
don't
Q, what the
if
fuck
you
wrong with
draft
your
a
third
quarterback
cousin?
in the 6th round, it doesn't make him Tom Brady. Just because you draft a defensive end
This
from a
nigga
small
here.
school,
Hey,
it don't make
he's
him
still going.
DeMarcus Ware. And
Yeah,
just
that's all
because
he
you
do,
make up
run that
some
motherfucking
bullshit,
mouth. Boy, that nigga gonna run that mouth.
can't nobody shut
Hush
it
your
up
mouth, boy.
either.
Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth, boy. Hush your mouth. Hey, do y'all watch Country Style?
Oh man. No,
That's
I ain't
one of
never
my
seen that one,
favorite
Ray.
podcasts. That's one of my favorite
Oh
podcasts.
yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah. On YouTube, yeah, yeah.
yeah, the niggas from around in Blenheim, South Carolina, all down in that area.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe you ain't never seen them, Q. They funny as hell. But they got these Southern
What's
boys
the
on there,
name
they
of them
say
again?
Country Style.
Country Style. I'm gonna start looking them up.
Yep. Well, Art Fennell.
All
Fennell.
right.
Look them up. Q, you'll love them.
All
Them
right.
niggas funny as hell, man. But they say that
Oh.
one of these dudes that come on there always say this. Hush your mouth, boy. Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth, Mike. Hush your mouth.
Mike, you got it going on, brother. You are a one in a million.
One in a million.
Mike told us the reason why he flip flops so much. He said he bipolar, so it's his mental capacity
Well, I got a
when they
lot
get
of mental
overloaded.
issues. I'm
Man,
certified and get
listen,
money from them.
listen.
And get
Pause,
money
pause.
from
I'll
them
be
for the
damned.
VA. But that don't mean that I can't recognize good football talent. And it don't mean that I'm going to start out the season saying that Bryce Young ain't shit. We need to get rid of him. Then after 2 motherfucking games, all of a sudden, you all on this little nigga job. And that's you, Mike. That's you, Michael.
Look, man. Look, man. As a man, I can be wrong. And if the niggas start playing good, that's what I want as a Panther fan. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
shut the
wrong.
fuck up and
Oh,
let
you
the nigga
wrong.
play if he gonna
Oh, you
play good.
wrong.
And
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
definitely
admit that I'm
wrong.
wrong
See,
if I'm
Red, he
wrong about
always
the
got an
little
out,
nigga.
Red. He always got an out.
Always. Always. He
And
always
I
got
know
a
we done,
razor
I know we done
blade in
talked
his
about it.
asshole in case a motherfucker run
I,
up in him.
I know we
But I
done
ain't gonna
talked
walk
about it a
around with
few
no razor
times.
blades in my ass.
But
No, nigga, I got
you
guns
keep
for that.
saying if he playing
Okay?
well, and
Y'all leave my fan alone.
I still when you say when you say playing well, I hope you mean in a complete game. And if we not talking about a complete game, he ain't done that yet. So I don't like when people use that right now. He played 2
I don't
games, but
listen, man. At this moment, these last games, I gave him passes. And I'm not gonna dog on this nigga and jump on this nigga and talk shit about this nigga.
you gave
When
him
these
2
last 2
passes
games,
for 2
I saw
games
him lead the team down the field at the end of
and do
that
what?
game, and
And
both
do what?
times put us in a position to win. And either the kicker or the running back or somebody fucked it up, and it was not Bryce Young. There were so many games that I watched this nigga
Are you
over
talking
and
about
over
are you
and
talking
over.
about
Where every time I
single
saw this
plays during
nigga,
the game
I
and not the
wanted to
whole
throw
game?
something at the
My
TV.
lord.
I
Not the whole
hated this
game?
little nigga. He couldn't do nothing on the football field right. He
I don't
couldn't do
think he did, to be
absolutely
honest.
zero.
I don't think
So
he
I
did, to
hated.
be
I don't
honest.
believe
And
he
in the
did.
I
last
don't
two
think he
games I
did,
watched,
Logic.
I don't think
I
he
was
did.
like, damn, he actually can play.
He
Let's
wants
see
he
what he
wants
can
us to
continue with.
believe that to fit the narrative, because like Q said, he always like to give himself an out. You see the fine line, like Papa used to say, be careful straddling that fence, man. You're gonna hurt yourself.
There you go.
Mike, one of these
That's a fact.
motherfuckers. Thank you, Papa. Mike, one of these and Papa. By the way, Can I just say real quickly? A nigga 57 can reach back into the crevices of his mind and pull out comments that we've been making 6, 7, 9 months, a year ago. And this motherfucker
Mhm.
can't remember what he said 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
That's a damn
Talk to
shame,
him.
ain't it?
That's a shame.
Yeah. And now he want to blame it on
Yeah.
bipolarism, all kind of mental issues. Nigga, I'm
No, that's
service
not what
connected
it is.
vet. I'm
As
a
you
service
just said,
connected vet with
as you just
PTSD,
said.
anxiety, and depression.
No. Listen, just weeks ago, I said, I'm done with this nigga. It was just like a month ago. I said, I can't stand. We got to get rid of this nigga. I was talking about trying to get
Yeah,
Saunders.
you
I was
flip.
like, no,
Just
his
that quick.
his dad ain't going to let him get here. I don't know what the fuck we
That's
going to
the
do at
flip flop,
quarterback.
Mike.
He ain't helping
That's
And
the
all
himself
of a
at
flip
sudden,
all.
flop.
and all
That's
of
a
a
flip
sudden,
flop,
when they
Mike.
pull him off the bench, the first
That's
two
called a
games,
flip
I
flop.
wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed. I was like, yo, he still only put up over 100 yards. I was on this panel talking about he only put up 125 yards.
We
Y'all calm the
remember.
fuck
We
down.
remember.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
weeks later, I
That's why we call you
said
a flip
But
this.
flopper.
The nigga been
but
playing
see,
too
Mike,
good
but
for me
see,
to
Mike,
talk shit about.
you gotta look at it like this. Everybody will break down shit. This is the only thing I get upset about this with our quarterback position and the fan base. Now, everybody and everything else, everybody hold to a higher
JP say
standard.
ski now.
Put it up under a microscope. You can
Ski,
take
ski, ski,
J.C.
ski,
Horn
ski.
now, Mike.
Ski, ski,
You
ski,
can
ski,
take
ski.
J.C. Horn and you can break him down. Don't want to pay him the whole damn night.
Yep.
But Bryce had one fucking game. One.
Listen. I don't think like y'all see the concept. Like, let me break this shit down. Period. Do we have another option at quarterback? No,
Yes.
Mike,
we
don't break it
don't.
down.
You
Don't break
Yes.
it
always
down,
We
got
Mike.
an
really
option. You
don't.
always got an option. You
Yes.
Yeah,
always got an option.
okay, for real.
You
Like
always
y'all
got
be
an option.
realistic. Y'all being realistic right now. The way
Always
he's
got an option.
playing, is there
Hey,
another quarterback
hold on,
coming in
hold
the
on, hold
door
on. Can
for
I answer this
2025?
question, y'all? Can I answer this question for him?
He must not remember the nigga that was in the car accident. He must not remember
Yeah.
him. 300
Yeah,
yards.
he don't. But listen, Mike, even more importantly, let me say this to you. Are you listening or are you talking?
I'm listening,
It's called a top 10 draft pick in next year's draft.
nigga. That's the. I swear to God. Some motherfuckers
Oh,
just compelled
nigga
to
got
listen.
mad just
Look,
now.
nigga, I
Hold on.
don't want to
Yeah.
pick just any fucking quarterback. I want a good one. And in this draft, there's only two. It's not Cam Ward, but it's Shakur Sanders and my nigga up here from I can't even think of the fucking college. But besides them two, there's only two quarterbacks. Everybody
Well,
else
this
is
question
Second,
ain't for
fried
you,
Quinn
cat.
Mike. This
Ewers. Who you
question
talking
ain't for
about?
you. Q, just
Huh?
answer me
What's up?
this. In
Penn
your
State.
observation, honestly, how many, and just, you ain't got to name them by name, but y'all, please just humor me this. Give me a number of the number of boys that you think coming out next year that's going to instantly enter into the NFL and be more competent, more proficient at the quarterback position than Bryce Young is, even after these last 3 games.
Should I start in this year's draft? I mean, do you want me to start there?
Yeah,
Just,
only this
just the
draft.
ones that'll be
This the one that's coming up.
available.
Okay. The ones that's available to us and better than Bryce: Jalen Milroe, Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, Drew Arlaw,
That's more than
hell,
your two,
Carson
Mike.
Beck,
That's more than
Okay.
your two,
Quinn
Now
Mike.
guess what?
Ewers,
Now guess what?
Riley Leonard,
I
hell,
agree with
Curtis
two of them.
Rourke. I could keep going.
Drew Eller
Carson Beck.
and
He better than
Drew
Bryce.
Eller from Penn
I
And
could
that's
State
keep
off the
going.
top of
All them
QB.
better
That's
than
off
Shador
the top
Bryce.
of
Sanders.
his head. He ain't had to look at no computer or nothing. That's off the
And
top of
yes,
his head.
and Mike, yes, he is. Drew right now. I say Drew need to go back to school, but
Drew better.
Drew right now
I
can
said
can
Drew
can go
Adler
down the
and
field.
from Penn
Can go
State
down
and
the
Shador
field
Sanders
better
are the only ones
than
I
Bryce
think
Young.
could be better than Bryce. Those are the only two. The only two.
Jalen
The
just
other
gave
ones,
you
yo,
2 or 3
Bryce
look, I'm
all
himself.
but
on
better.
record. I'm on record
It-
saying I don't have that much faith
I
in these here
I
draft
mean,
quarterbacks. I've only seen
with
two
the
that I feel
running
is
back that
NFL
we
ready.
got right now, with the line that we got right now, we could take
Thank
Drew
you.
Allen and put him back
Plug and
right there
play.
right now at 230 pounds and
Plug
run
and
that
play.
RPO system
Plug
right
and
No,
now.
Drew
play.
Aller, no, Drew Aller is like that. Look, listen,
Jackson
guys.
Dart.
I
Jackson
don't want
Dart
y'all
is better
motherfuckers to
than
get
Bryce.
it.
Way
What I'm
Jackson
better
Dart
saying
than
is
is,
better than
Bryce.
Bryce.
huh?
Jackson
Jackson
Dart
Dart
is
is better
better
than
than
Bryce.
Bryce.
And
He just
what
threw
what evidence do
500
you have of that?
yards.
First of all, let's be real. What evidence do y'all have that any of these quarterbacks is better than
The
Bryce in
eye
the
test.
NFL?
The
Because
eye
none of
I
them
test.
have
test.
played one
I
Nigga.
test.
fucking
If
down
you
in the
don't want to use
NFL.
stats, Mike, if
None
you
of them.
don't like stats, remember, so we using our eye test. And
Okay,
what
eye
I
test.
see, he
Okay,
better.
That's what he
great.
said
That's
yesterday.
great.
He
But
don't
they
like
haven't played it
stats.
down in the NFL, so we don't know what none of these niggas going to be.
Oh
So
my
we can stop
God.
These
pandering.
niggas
We
are
know
You
for
all
really,
sure
physically
they're
man.
going to be better than
gifted way
anybody.
more than
Okay.
I
Bryce.
have
Hey,
my
You
hey,
trying to
opinion
Red.
tell
that
They
too.
ain't
me?
even
You
played.
I
trying to
They ain't
tell
believe
played
me
their
you
conference
wouldn't
Drew
take
championship
Aller.
or their
you
Should I
wouldn't
bowl
take
take
care?
game. So of
Allard?
course we ain't seen him in the NFL.
I
Come
still
on,
You
got to
wouldn't
take
bruh.
take
Drew Aller
Allard,
over.
Carson Beck. You wouldn't take
I don't know about
Cam
Carson Beck.
Ward, Jalen
I want to take
Milrow,
care. I want to
Shador.
take
You
care.
wouldn't take none of them boys
I
over
would take
Bryce.
Shador Sanders. Shador Sanders and Drew Aller as the two quarterbacks I would take over Bryce. Those are two.
That nigga Carson, Quinn Ewers, all them boys is better than Bryce Young.
I
All of
told
them.
you the truth.
With this
I told you the
line
truth.
and these weapons and this run game, boy,
Look,
shit. I
these
can play
weapons are
quarterback for these
listen.
motherfuckers.
Listen, I'll be
They
real,
skill
So
y'all.
set is
Red,
better,
Red,
Yo,
Mike.
this sound
Mike, their
y'all
skill
keep
set is
saying these
better.
weapons. We
Red,
got
Red.
decent tight ends
Yeah,
and
Pop.
great running
This
backs and a
reminds
great
me.
offensive line. We do not have that good of receivers except for Adam Thielen.
Bro,
I'm talking about
This
these
bro,
reminds
weapons.
if
me
you
Mike,
of
put
one of the
Quinn
Adam
hosts
somebody
talking.
else.
Ewers
Thielen
with
Mike,
this
and
Mike,
the
one of
team
the
rest are
hosts talking.
catching
right
up.
now,
Yeah, he the
They're
only one
all
talking.
they're
you
all
already
Ain't
got
nobody
two
practicing.
else
of his
talking.
weapons here, Mike.
I'm about to get
Mike,
off.
listen. You got Quinn Ewers. You could put this nigga in with two of his weapons right now that he just had in college that he damn near almost went to a championship with.
Pop, I wanted to hear
He'll
what you
fit way
saying,
better
man.
than Brad. Go
That
ahead,
doesn't
Pop.
I,
mean he's gonna have that same
I
success
was
if
just
you
trying
put
to.
him
I
in a
was just
team
trying
right
to
now.
check your memory. It reminds me of somebody else that said they don't want to hear the stats, but
Oh
then be
my God.
wrong and owe somebody
Oh
Does
my
it,
money.
hey,
God.
Pop,
Oh
Pop,
Roddy,
does
my
his
Roddy,
name
God.
start?
Roddy, Roddy,
Does
Roddy,
that,
Roddy, Roddy.
hey, Pop, does his name start with an R?
Jolly go wow. Go
Yo,
Do he
look.
owe,
yo,
He
do
was
he
okay,
owe
right.
a lot
okay.
of
So,
people,
but you know
oh,
what? If you
do
go
he owe a
stats,
lot
the
of
only
people
stats
money?
we can use
And
is
ran with
college.
Lonnie.
No, listen, listen.
Because
If we want to use
gotta
stats,
extra
if we
long.
want to use
Do
stats, the only
he owe
stats
a
you
lot
can
of
Gotta
use
people
is
extra
money?
college.
long.
Can't
And
nobody
Bryce
hear you,
Young
Mike,
college
when you
stats kill
yelling.
all of
When you
them.
yelling.
So don't
When
use
you yelling.
stats.
This man
That's
said,
dumb.
I don't want to see no stats.
This
I don't
Oh
nigga
care
my
about no
out.
God,
stats.
Pop.
So
It's if we
I'll
say
say so.
use the
Use
eye
stats.
test.
Use the
So the
stats.
so,
And
so the
Bryce Young
eye
stats
test,
was better in college.
he don't want to use the
We're
eye
not
test
worried about
either.
stats. We're looking at the game. Do they how they play?
Nigga,
And
you
then
keep
be
bringing them up.
He
wrong, but
damn
owe
sure
people,
did, Pop.
but gonna own somebody some money. So what test are you going by?
Yeah, yeah. You
I'm
might want to
confused,
start
Red.
looking at them
These
stats.
dudes are physically bigger, got bigger arms, more athletic, able to move outside the pocket. Everything better than Bryce.
Thank you, Logic. That's all I was trying to
The only
say.
difference they got is that he was at the college at the time that was still on the map and considered the kings of all time. So he got carried this all the time. He was actually there. So he gonna get props because he was on the thing and it had his coach being there, Nick Saban, the quote unquote best to ever do it, and then all the
I
five
know
stars around
all of that.
Alabama
Hold on.
University.
Check
My
this out, Red.
opinion is there's
Yeah.
two quarterbacks that's better than Bryce, Shador Sanders and Drew Aller from Penn State. Besides that, I
Okay,
don't know for
okay,
sure. That's
okay,
all I'm
Mike.
saying.
We've heard you say that,
Yeah.
but that's
You ain't
funny
watched
that you
enough of them
drew.
boys this year
Oh,
then.
hold on. You drew Allard out there, but last week you were just arguing about why would you go later to get a quarterback when you said preferably you want a quarterback from the first round because those are the ones that get Super Bowl rings.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Facts.
God dang, Poppy.
Shut up,
God
Mike.
What
damn.
the hell?
Shut up, Mike. Stop talking.
That nigga
Facts.
What
nuked
the
this nigga just
damn,
now.
Poppy?
Oh
Man.
my
Boom!
God.
Damn, Poppy.
Facts.
Damn, Mike.
Gonna blow to
Damn,
the
Nigga, you in
son.
your
chest.
bag today, ain't you?
My bad.
Damn, son. What
Facts.
is
Hey,
And we
hey,
all were
hey, can
here.
I?
Where did he
We
Hey,
get
can I
all
this
make
here.
a?
So I
from?
don't want to hear you say shit about
Don
Drew
DeMarco,
Allard.
Don DeMarco.
Don't say nothing about Drew Allard. You was not on his top.
son? Where did you get this
Bang,
from?
bang.
Can I make a shameless plug real quick,
That's
y'all? And this
checkmate.
ain't
Damn.
Goat saying this. This ain't Goat saying this, or none of the other people who might get criticized for being AR likers. Yeah, Q, you happen to know. Many of y'all
I'm
know
an
he's a
AR
frat
lover.
brother of mine.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna lift him up anyway. But has anybody? I heard a whole lot of shit when motherfucker talked about it was boneheaded of him to be honest and say that he was hurt and came out the game. But I ain't heard too many motherfuckers talking about him damn near having his team in the damn wild card race and also at 6 and 7 and
See,
in the hunt over there in Indianapolis. You ain't hearing
Yeah, he
nobody
won the
giving him
last
credit
two
for that.
games.
Nope.
They ain't
Thank
Oh,
saying
you.
Red.
shit about him
Hey,
beating Drake May
hey,
and them
Red.
boys Sunday. They ain't
Thank
saying nothing
you.
about that.
Red. Red,
I ain't saying nothing about him being Drake
are
May
you
in the
talking
New England
about
Patriots.
Red?
He
Are
like
you
the
talking
next.
about the 3-year project? The 3-year project, that shouldn't even touch the field for 3 years.
You know what I think about that 3-year project, though? A bullshit. A bullshit. A
Damn, I,
bullshit. You see it now? You see it now, don't you?
cause
He
you
Yeah.
said
looking at
it
it
was
in Brian.
Who said
now.
3-year project? Because I said 1 year. He should say. I don't know
Nigga,
who said
you was
3
right
years.
there with that 3-year project shit.
No,
I
I
There
don't
you
remember
go
that.
wasn't. I
again,
said
Q.
he should
There you
sit
go
Don't you
again,
start
for a
that
Q.
whole
shit.
year.
You don't
There you
remember
go
nothing
again,
now.
Q.
They
Getting
call
himself
I
that
vouch
out.
this nigga for a
project.
whole year, Red, and he think I don't
Yeah.
remember what he say every day.
Nigga, it
This
was no.
nigga
I
is something
said he
else.
should sit for a year. That was it.
Back
I
then,
said he
Red,
need to
he was
sit for a
CJ
year. I
Stroud
said
Jr.
even Bryce. I said
Yeah.
even Bryce Young need to sit. I said only CJ Stroud
Then,
is pro ready,
as
and I
the
was
week
Oh
of
right.
the
my God.
draft came and it hinted towards going to Bryce, he switched to Bryce on it. And then once the draft right, he
Nigga,
was
no,
happy
I
as hell.
didn't. No, I
The
didn't.
nigga
You
say, I'll take
lying
him. I'll take that
motherfucker.
little
Bro,
motherfucker.
you
I'll
lying.
take him.
Bro, you
You think
lying.
I lie?
Nigga, I didn't even
I'll
get on
pull
the
the tape on your
podcast.
black ass.
Goddamn,
Bro, I
Mike.
didn't even get on the
Goddamn, Mike,
I'll
boy.
pull the
podcast.
fucking
I didn't
tape
even
on
get on
your
the
black
podcast
ass.
for the draft because I was so mad. I
That
got
Mike
off.
won't do,
You's
boy.
a black
That
I
ass
Mike
got
won't
lie.
off because
motherfucking
we didn't
do.
get CJ Stroud.
Go.
Nigga, I
Do
clicked
you
off
not
and didn't come
remember
back for
Mike
2 days.
arguing us every fucking day? Every day it was CJ versus AR versus Bryce. Every fucking day on this podcast
And I was
leading up to
CJ.
that draft.
Team CJ all day.
You just said you didn't even battle nobody coming up to the week of the draft. That's
No,
what you
no,
just
I
said.
said I got off for the motherfucker when we drafted Bryce because I didn't like it. And I was mad
You's
about it.
a
I
black
didn't switch
ass
up
lie because
until
you
after he
came
was
up
our
on the
quarterback.
show
But I was mad about it at first because I wanted CJ
when
Stroud.
they
Nigga,
selected that
you used to
nigga
tell me you
that
was gonna buy
night.
me a
You
T-shirt with
dropped
CJ
your
Stroud.
ass.
Say I was a dick riding
We
CJ
didn't
Stroud
we didn't
motherfucker.
pick we didn't pick
You know
CJ.
Nigga.
ultimately what he gonna do, Q. We can't get Mike. I'm gonna tell you, Mike, you about one of the hustling and slickest. And listen, and I say this out of admiration for you. Because I'm
God
gonna tell
Yeah,
you
bless.
something.
nigga.
I got always respect for a motherfucker who know how to find their way and make their way in this world. Trust me.
That's a
I ain't hating on you
he's a
when I
wiggle
say this.
meister.
But Mike, he wiggle like a motherfucker. I'm
He
gonna
a
tell you
wiggle like a
something.
motherfucker, man.
And you, if y'all notice, I smile when I think about this young Thundercat, Mike. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. Mike so motherfucking slick. Do y'all know he done laid a ultimate excuse for him? No matter what
To
we
get
catch
out.
him in, the nigga
Yeah.
done said he bipolar. So don't take the shit I say seriously. That's what
Thank
the
you,
nigga
Red.
is
Now you
basically
get it.
saying. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's
There you
not what
go.
I'm saying.
You heard what
Yes,
I
you
said
a
when he
camp
said that. I
No,
said, so I'm
Mike.
talking to a mental case. I'm fucking with a
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
nigga. This
I
nigga is
just
out
don't
there.
understand
Motherfucking
y'all.
Mike.
Nigga.
Do
That's
y'all
my
Look,
nigga
realize
look at
right
my
there.
blood pressure rolls
Anthony
over there,
That's my
crazy
Richardson?
nigga.
ass nigga.
Even though he called me a falcon in an insulting manner, that's still my nigga. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I fuck with
Oh,
Mike.
I was
man.
real critical on Anthony Richardson. Y'all know that. I'm a Florida State nigga. He a Florida nigga. You know what time it is. But
Understood.
that nigga has won
Man,
more
balling.
games than Bryce Young and played less seasons.
That's a
Put that in
fact.
Mm-hmm.
perspective.
There you
Put that
go.
in
That's
perspective.
a
That's
fact.
There you go.
crazy.
Put that in
Yeah,
That's a
perspective.
fact.
He done win what, six,
yeah,
7 games? Six
Yeah,
games?
facts,
yeah, yeah,
facts.
yeah,
All these are
In one
facts.
season?
yeah,
You
huh?
right?
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah, yeah,
Bryce
Look,
yeah.
Young
I
has
don't think
2 seasons and
you
they
right.
talk shit about this nigga. They talk
They
shit
did.
about AR-15.
And ain't got nowhere
Facts.
near the talent that Bryce got around him. Now,
There you go.
Jonathan, the running back,
He got
Jonathan
Pittman.
Taylor, he's a monster. And he got
Michael
what?
Pittman.
One good receiver,
He
one
got Pittman.
one top of the
One
line.
good
Yeah.
receiver.
He got one
Yep.
pit. He got Pittman. That's it. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Pittman.
So ain't Bryce, Chuba Hubbard, and
Here come
Adam
they
Thielen
here come
and
the
the rest.
excuses. Here we
Yep.
go.
No,
Here it
that's not an
is.
excuse. That's a fair comparison.
Ass
No,
Adam
Glazer.
it's not.
Thielen
Right.
and Chuba Hubbard, Jonathan Taylor, and Michael Pittman. So yeah, they should have the same kind of success. He hasn't had it, but you
Nigga,
gotta.
you
Yo,
forget about
Bryce Young
Xavier
got
Leggett,
legitimate.
Coca, Jatavion Sanders almost got
Thank
500
you.
yards as a fucking
Thank you.
tight end.
Thank
Stop
you.
that shit, man.
Silver, a top
Stop it.
5 running back in the NFL this year. But they
Okay.
hadn't won as
All
many
right. All
games.
right.
Bryce
Pause.
still hadn't put
Pause.
up
That's
as
why they
many
win
Okay.
A
wins.
games.
top
So
5
so
line
so
too.
so So Indianapolis don't have Josh Downs and Alec Pierce also. Like I'm saying, they have I literally said they have an even
They
playing
gave
field.
you
So he should be having the same type of success, but he hasn't. I literally said the same thing y'all just said, that Bryce Young has not performed as good as Anthony Richardson. Literally
okay,
what I just said.
okay.
So the
Damn,
Okay.
fuck is y'all?
Why do you get
hey,
so
Mike,
defiant when
straight
you
up.
say it?
No. I get
Mike,
defiant when y'all
see,
repeat it differently and try to act like I
Mike,
said some different shit.
what you're not understanding
You
is that he hasn't
Look, go
had the
right now
success
trying
that
to
Will.
explain some shit and you ain't got to
He
explain
hasn't.
when we
He
literally on the
hasn't
same
had
page.
nigga. He hasn't had the success Will Levis has had. He ain't won more games than Will.
That's a fact.
Facts.
What are we talking about?
Facts.
That's a damn fact,
I
go.
haven't disagreed with none of this shit. What I'm saying, only thing I
But
said was
no,
the
I'm
nigga
just
looks like
putting
he's
it out
starting to
there
clip.
like I'm not
So
Mike.
let's
I'm not even
see what
arguing
happens.
you. I'm arguing all the other motherfuckers that'll come on here and glaze this nigga. And he
The
ain't did
Yeah,
Englishman.
shit.
The
because they're
Englishman.
true.
That man said that man. I sat here and listened to y'all. I was working yesterday, y'all. But you know, I was listening to. I'm always listening to the show. Man, I like to fell out my motherfucking chair when he said he'll give Bryce 50 million right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I said the
man.
same shit.
Yeah.
Listen,
The
Yeah.
because
fuck?
I'm being
See,
real with
that's
you.
a nigga that don't know what he talking about though, Red. That's
Yeah,
why
Q.
I was on his
I
ass
quit taking him.
yesterday.
I quit even listening to. I see where you was coming at him because of foolish statements like that. But you know, he
Man,
adds a different dynamic. He got that accent. He's interesting. But man, when he
I
said
don't
that
give a
shit, I
fuck,
said,
Red. He started
I know.
talking that stupid shit
Q,
up
you
here.
was
I
on
don't
his
want to hear
ass,
that.
Q. Q, you was on his ass, Q. I damn near
And
felt
this is the
sorry for the
thing.
man, Q. You
When
was on
you
his
call
ass yesterday.
He
when you
was.
call
He was
into this show
no.
and then you act like you know more than everybody up here, and what we need to do is listen to you, motherfuck you. You have
Because
not
when he
even spent
look,
a dime to go to that damn stadium to have any type of right to tell me what the fuck I need to do.
he
Yeah.
came
So
in.
I
He
don't want to
said, "You
have.
guys make my head hurt." I said, "Oh, Q about to get this nigga."
He said, "You gays make my head hurt. I
Yeah,
need a Tylenol.
yeah,
You
yeah.
bitches complain all day."
Mike
When he
said
said
you
"you
about to get
bitches," I
this
said,
nigga.
I'm gonna get this nigga. I damn sure. I made it
Q
my
about to get
business
this
to get
nigga.
this nigga.
I said,
This shit was funny
When
as
"Goddamn."
hell,
normally I don't
boy.
say nothing to people. I usually let them have their own thing. I don't give a fuck what they come in on. But he just I don't like him. I
He
don't like
rubbed
him
you
at
the
all.
wrong way yesterday, didn't he,
Yeah,
Q?
smooth. Look, his name
Yeah,
smooth. He's
and
acting
it's
as
the
a
thing that he
motherfucker.
think he's smarter than everybody around this
He do.
motherfucker that pissed me off.
Yeah.
Smooth ain't
You
too
right,
smooth.
Jalen. You right.
he
You
need
right,
he need
Jalen.
to act like his name. He need to be more smooth when he talk to people. He
He
ain't
just
doing his
full of
name.
shit. And then you sit here and then you try to he come up with every excuse known to man of why we got off of Bryce so fast. I said, nigga, I never was on him. I never liked him.
Me either.
Look,
And
he
deep
don't know
down,
us.
I'll be real. Deep down, that's just what everybody's problem deep down. And honestly, I'm gonna be very honest and transparent. That's why I want Bryce Young to succeed. Because I
What?
missed out on CJ Stroud.
Oh, you
Like
going for
real
the
shit. I want him
Here
to
you go
succeed
with the ass
because I
glazing
missed out on
again.
CJ Stroud.
you going
Now
for the
people don't know this. I am a thoroughbred, dead all the way down to my bones Ohio State fan. All my
Okay.
life I've been an Ohio State fan. So when CJ Stroud was on the board, and I said, "You mean I could have my favorite quarterback from my school actually play for my favorite football team?" It was like written in the motherfucking stars. And I was like, I hope they don't fuck this up for me. You can ask my ex-fiance. She'll tell you she was cooking me some motherfucking wings and shit and some greens. And I had the motherfucking draft on. And I was like, they better not fuck this up. They better not fuck this up. As soon as they did, I walked out the bedroom with my blunt yelling. I said, they fucked this up for me. And she said, I'll make it
That's a
up in a
nigga for
minute.
you.
Like, for
Paint a
real,
hell
I
of
was
an
mad
image
as a
just now,
motherfucker, bro.
Mike.
Because I was like, damn,
Well,
we had the nigga right
well,
there.
I got one question for you. Was the greens still good? Did you eat the
Oh, yeah.
greens?
Yeah, baby always cooks
Oh,
good.
okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's
Matter of
all
fact,
that matter.
I'll be honest.
That's
I
all that
started
matters.
back talking to her because me and her trying to work shit out because I need to
Q,
be a home nigga and not a street nigga. I'm better
Q,
as a
Q,
home nigga than a
Q,
street
how
nigga.
you gonna go back to the greens? You that's one eat nigga there, boy.
Cause greens,
Hey,
nigga, I
I had the
understand,
same
nigga.
question.
Greens is the
Logic. I had
God
the
dang.
same question. I'm like, well,
so
get
yeah.
back to
So
the
I
wings and
want
the
to see the
greens.
nigga
Like,
succeed.
Yeah,
when he's like, let
Lock
me
said
fuck
he
the
wanted the
wings,
two
like,
cents.
well, like, What kind of
You want to
moves
make
was
sure
Look,
the
it?
I just
green
want to
look
make sure
good.
was
Now,
the green's good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's all.
she did her shit. But the thing is, if Bryce Young succeed, it hurts less that CJ Stroud is about to show out because I feel like CJ Stroud is about to head to the Hall of Fame one day, and it pisses me off that he was right there. Just like
It
I
shouldn't
don't know,
piss you
niggas
off,
know this,
Mike,
but
because you
when there
knew.
was a trade for Joe Burrow and it was like they wanted Christian McCaffrey and some more shit, I was screaming, "Do this shit, do it! Send Christian McCaffrey picks, whatever you need. Go get Joe Burrow." And they didn't do it. And that pissed me off too because Joe Burrow was like my favorite quarterback ever.
Let me
And the
tell
fact
you
that he went to
something,
Fuck up,
Ohio
Mike.
Mike.
State and they
If we'd
After
have
transferred
fuck
him.
had
up,
Joe Burrow here,
fuck up, Mike.
if
Fuck up after
if we'd
fuck
have
up.
had Joe Burrow here, I promise you, I'd be walking around with a knife. I'd be stabbing niggas on this podcast every day if they ever say something about my quarterback.
I
You know
promise
how
you.
much I
I
want
promise you.
Joe Burrow as my quarterback.
Bro, when we
I'd
had
kill
Joe
a nigga
Brady,
for Joe.
when we had Joe Brady, I was
He
like, is
said
there a
he'll
way we
kill a
could get
nigga.
3 first-round picks to get Joe Burrow?
Red, you don't
Oh.
understand how other franchises, when I sneak over to their podcast and you see how they talk about Joe and their eyes get big and they glow and they talk about,
Yeah,
we
Yeah,
got
it's
Joe
hard not
every
to.
week, we got a chance to win. I
facing
got
But
damn
fact,
right.
fucking
Yeah.
no
Bryce.
matter
listen, Q,
no matter
Q,
who he going
that
against.
nigga really don't owe Cincinnati nothing. After a while, I be like, look,
Nah,
I done
he
put
took
my
us to the
body on
Super
the line for
Bowl.
you. You ain't giving me no damn offensive line. Well, yo, I'm the franchise. What the hell we do? I would not be surprised
He
if
Logic.
he
Joe Burrow
They the
go
reason
get
legitimately
why
he
another
this
damn
nigga hurt.
legitimately
contract.
he is Q. He is. And he
They the
legitimately
reason
is
why he
putting
hurt.
up
Yeah,
is putting up MVP numbers
MVP
on
numbers,
that team. Can you believe
bro.
that
His
shit?
his
Oh
coach need to be
You
fired.
know how
Bro,
amazing that shit is?
Yeah,
and
his coach
You know what
losing.
I do with
his
a
coach need to
quarterback
be
like
MVP
that.
fired
numbers and
off of that
losing.
alone. Off of that
Yeah.
alone, his coach
Yeah,
Come
need to
on,
be
Mike.
let me
fired.
shed a tear. The
And
Listen,
you
thought
got
of
to put up
having
listen,
5
Joe Burrow
touchdowns.
gets me emotional.
How you
I
put
listen,
up
almost
Q.
5
want to cry.
touchdowns and
Q,
lose?
when we played Cincinnati at Bank of America, I was in the building early. They got there and Cincinnati got there and they took the field earlier than the Panthers and Joe was out there tossing the ball. And nigga, I just got out there, and I had my shit set up and everything. I said, let me go out here and see anybody out here early. And I saw that nigga down there and I said, let me just watch a couple reps. Let me tell you something, Q.
Mesmerizing.
Let me tell you,
Joe,
flick of the wrist, no effort,
fact.
60
Joe,
yards,
Oh.
easy, easy. I said, this don't
They
make
Joe,
got
no
this. Look, they
goddamn
got
sense.
this
listen.
edit. They got this edit of Joe Burrow where he was on the field and he threw this thing backwards, no look, pass to the
Yeah,
wide receiver. And I say,
nigga,
my nigga,
I
Lord
wish.
bless me with that, please. I'll stop cussing.
Wonder.
I'll give up everything you want. If you want me to
I go
stop
to
cussing,
church.
I'll stop gambling. I'll go to church. I I give up. I give up ass. I give up everything I need to give up just to get that. Give me
I
Joe.
ain't giving up no ass, nigga. You on your own on that one.
Come
that
on, man. I can go about at least a couple of weeks, man. Come
nigga said a
on.
couple of weeks.
Listen, look,
I
look,
can
look,
go a
look. I
couple
love
weeks,
the nigga.
dog.
I mean, I love the nigga, but I ain't trading Joe Burrow for no pussy now. I ain't doing that. I ain't giving up
If
pussy
I
for
had a
Joe
chance
Burrow.
to go 2 weeks without it, bring Joe on. Come on, bring Joe to bring him to the fan base. I get
He
the
said,
fucking
he
later.
said, he said, I'll fuck after the contract sign. I'll fucks with it.
Yeah. Let's
But
get
yeah,
that nigga
see,
on
Joe,
eight. Let's get this
he
nigga on
just
in the
different.
building.
He's just different. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. People talk about the quarterbacks in the NFL. I will not take any
Damn, they
quarterback
give
over
up
Joe
air.
Burrow. There's not a single quarterback
Y'all
I'd
funny.
take over Joe Burrow. Period. I don't give a fuck who you got. You can have Patrick. I got Joe.
You know the crazy part is Cincinnati doing Joe Burrow the same way we did Cam.
Yep.
You good
Well,
See,
enough.
I mean,
You
they
ain't got
give
to
him the
help me.
offensive weapons, but they don't give him the offensive line on the
Well,
That's what
defense.
I'm
They
saying.
can
You
give him the
gon'
the thing
defense,
is,
you
but
good
they
when
enough.
won't
you
You
give him the
good
have
enough.
weapons.
I can
a
go elsewhere.
quarterback talent like that,
Yep.
they say, well, we don't need
There you
this
go.
left
We don't need
tackle,
to help.
or we don't need this right here. We're investing this and we're
Yep.
investing that,
There you
and he'll
go.
He
get
won a
us there.
playoff game
He's
getting 11
talented enough
sacks.
to get us there. But
Let's
then see,
pause. He
we have
won
a
a
motherfucker. We
playoff
got to go
game.
spend 355.
He
That's
won a
crazy.
playoff game getting sacked 11 times.
Bro.
Who
Come on.
the
That
fuck
shit
does
crazy.
that?
That shit crazy.
But
Who
imagine
does
if you
that?
had a
So
line around him, though, Mike. Imagine
I'm
if you had a
saying.
line around him.
I'm telling you, this nigga will be. Oh my God, he is him.
That's it. Shout out to
Him.
cigar
Dre Day
smoker
for that
can.
$2 super chat. We ain't got Joe Burrow. We got his little brother, Jack Sorrow.
God dang.
That nigga ain't shit. That nigga ain't shit.
God
Boy,
dang.
that hurt.
That nigga know how to fuck up a wet dream, nigga. We was over here mesmerized about
Yeah.
having the quarterback. Matter of fact, you know what? I think we should try to trade Bryce Young and 3 first-round picks for Joe Burrow. I think we can
I
pull it
give up
off.
5. I give up
Can you
5
do that?
for
Man,
Joe
I thought
Burrow.
there was a
man.
limit. I thought you can only give up 3.
I give up the whole future for that nigga, man. And give up Jamar Chase to go with it. Give up
Now,
Jamar
I don't
Chase.
even want
There
you.
you
I
go.
don't care. You can keep him up.
Package deal. There you go.
I wish
Package
though.
deal. They come in hand by hand. You know what I
Who?
would do with them two right there? And put him with his this offensive line and
There you
this
go. You
Go
got
running
to a
something.
back
Super
and that
Bowl
Jatavion Sanders
and
and
go
them
to
There
a
you
two
go.
Super
other
Bowl
receivers that's here.
and go
Shit,
to a
that's
Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl prime. You don't
and
need
go
shit
to
on
Super Bowl.
defense with that boy. You don't need shit on
Go,
defense. You
we can
don't
go
need
to
it.
Super Bowl. We can go to Super Bowl. We gonna go
You
see
don't
who
need it.
Patrick. We gonna go see Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. You give it Joe Burrow, put him on
Patrick,
this
you
team.
kiss my
We
ass when we see
we
that
we
motherfucker in
gonna
the
go up there. We
playoffs.
gonna kick their ass. We gonna go kick some ass. What we gonna do? So I think we
Yes,
should
sir.
trade every 5 first-round picks and Bryce Young
Hey, watch this, Mike.
and get.
Watch this, Mike. Watch this, Mike. We would dust off Kirk Cousins and them Falcons.
These Falcons are stand a
Well, I'm through with
motherfucking
that
chance.
motherfucker anyway, so you ain't got to worry about that. But
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that little motherfucker Michael Penix too. We got Joe Burrow,
yeah,
nigga. We killing everybody.
that's where I draw the line at. Damn it, that's where I'm
All right,
drawing the
all right, all
line
right,
at.
all right, all right. My
Yeah,
bad, my bad, my bad,
yeah,
my bad.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I
I'm
had to
looking to
test
the
you. I had to
future.
test you. I
I'm
had to
looking to
test
the
you. See,
future. I'm looking to the
No, you
future.
just look at the Kirk a couple of weeks ago. What happened?
Hey,
that
hey,
curtain close,
hey,
nigga.
yeah, damn,
Yeah.
damn.
Curtain
See that
close.
karma. See how that karma come back on your ass, Mike. You see how that
Curtain
karma
close,
come
God
back
nigga.
on my
damn.
ass?
Yeah, that's right,
Yeah,
nigga. Know
yeah,
your
yeah,
place.
yeah,
It's the
yeah,
Carolina
yeah, yeah,
Nation.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
see
yeah,
that
What,
yeah.
Aries Claire
what
comment?
happened, Red?
Fuck Kirk Cousins, man. Fuck Kirk. All I need from Kirk is to get a revenge game against his old team. That's all I need.
Uh-huh.
He'd have been fired. You damn right, AC. Love and attention. Love and excuses. They love him. They love him, AC.
So, Red,
Yeah,
is
bro.
Kirk Cousins out the door after this year in the offseason?
So this is the what, like all podcasts and in the circles over here is about the saying. It was a deal where he was brought here not to just, you know what I'm saying, get us a winning record. The motherfucker was supposed to take us to the playoffs. Now, point blank, period. If he don't take
Mm,
us to the playoffs, he gone. But after the showing that he's had, a lot of people
mm-hmm.
are already on the man. These motherfuckers talking about if Raheem. This what they call him, Raheem. So basically, he great at being a salesman. A excited guy. Upbeat. Yeah, always got a smile, jokes. But the motherfucker, he cut his eyes at a reporter the other day when they asked him about Kirk in defense of him if he was gonna make a move. So the cracks is starting to show now. So basically, this is what it's looking like. Either way it goes, don't nobody want to see Kirk Cousins another year older going into next season as our starting quarterback. Now, we figured it was going to be maybe 2 years with Kirk, and then you bring Penix in. One, because he was an older senior coming out of college, and two, because, he was as pro ready as Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix, them boys who done played all them years. So with Kirk stinking it up like this, nah, you ain't going with Kirk next year. Most people wanted to see Penix now, but honestly, as good as Minnesota is, because Kirk knows that stadium, that staff, and everything else, it does make sense to not put the rookie out there for his first game against the Vikings. And at this point, win, lose, or draw, it's Kirk game. But if Kirk fuck this up, I'm telling y'all the truth, man. You'll probably see Penix against Las Vegas.
Well, let me tell you something, Red. They shouldn't put Penix out there. You know why? Until the start of a new year. That way, you can go in and make sure he got everything he absolutely need to get out here and be
And don't
successful.
scar him. Yeah.
Because right now, you got a question with Kyle Pitts. You got a question with Drake London. And you need to make sure that one, you got a good target for Penix to come out here with. Y'all need to hit that draft to get another tight end. Whether it's one of them boys, Taylor from LSU or whoever. Second, third round, y'all need to get a tight end for that boy. Y'all need to make sure y'all go and get another wide receiver for that boy. And you need to also need to make sure that, I hate to say it, y'all got running backs galore. Y'all need to make sure that there is youth on that line for him. Y'all
Oh
need
yeah,
to
yeah,
invest
yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
offensive and maybe get a piece or two on defense, but
Oh no,
y'all need to
hell
make sure
no,
y'all get that boy some weapons.
hell no. So
A piece or
listen,
two.
Wait. How many
quick
weapons does
question,
this nigga need?
quick question. Why do you say
Kyle Pitts is no longer a weapon.
Why do you say question about Drake London?
Because Drake London, he always teeters number 2 receiver. He always teeters the line where he's not a bona fide number 1. And yes, that could be because he's uncomfortable with Kirk or whatever it is with the scheme or whatever it might be. But he's been doing this for years now. It's not just, this year, this guy is
Okay,
out here.
okay.
For me personally, and if I was saying, hey, now nobody get upset. If I'm saying, hey, I want to see Atlanta win, I go out and I get that boy a bona fide number 1 receiver and a bona fide tight end to help him out. If I'm trying to help
Mm-hmm.
my young rookie,
Okay, okay.
because you got a run
What
game.
the fuck?
You got a run game.
So
Know what team this sound like that you just described?
The Detroit
Minus the tight
Lions.
end. Minus the tight end. Got an offensive line. Got a run game.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Need a bona fide number 1 receiver. I'm just gonna leave it at
Mm-hmm.
that. You think about it.
well, y'all forgive me if I have to beg to differ with y'all a little bit on things, but um, Q, I don't know about the Drake London thing. Drake London is sitting right at 800 yards on the season, and matter of fact, if I'm not
Ray,
mistaken, he might be the
that's
leading
that's
receiver
not
in the
good.
NFC South. He might be he is. He's the leading
Red, that
receiver in
ain't
the NFC
saying
South.
shit, Red. That ain't
Red,
saying a damn
Okay.
see
thing.
what I said earlier about stats and shit? Drake London is not good at creating separation. He's not good at taking contact catches. He has a problem with small things that he can fix. So he hasn't hit that number 1 receiving
So
quality.
you said
And
contact
number 1
catches. You said
receiver in
contact.
the
You
NFC
said
South,
contact.
that's
You
like the
said
worst
contact. You said contact catches. Did you mean contested catches?
contested
Okay,
catches.
Drake
My fault.
London is top 3 in the NFL in contested catches.
Top
So
3?
yeah, listen. This is what I'm gonna tell y'all. This is what I'm gonna tell y'all. We had a discussion about
No, tell Mike
personnel
this.
and
Tell
that
Mike
sort of
this.
thing.
Tell Mike this. I know what y'all
Yeah,
got going on in
yeah,
Atlanta.
Mike. We can have discussions about personnel, and I'm at the point where I'm looking for trade value for Kyle Pitts, right?
You
Oh, for
see?
sure, for
So
You
sure.
see, they trying to
so
get rid of that nigga.
yeah, so for what I'm saying is I'm still I'm still in the race to win the division.
For
Okay.
sure.
So I take it a step at a time. You have to build a team with pieces. Now, Q, something you said
One draft, Red.
getting some
If
youth.
y'all
You said
take this draft seriously right here, with Michael Penix Jr. at the helm, if you seriously go and get that boy 2 good weapons, we won't be able to touch y'all in the fucking NFC South nor in the NFC. And
Q,
that's how
I'm gonna
serious
tell you,
I am with y'all.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I
I
don't
definitely
like the
disagree.
play style. I don't like the play style of a Drake London as my wide receiver number 1. That's just
Even
not the
number 2.
play style. Well, I mean, he could conceivably be a WR1 on a team, but he's not the play style that I would look for. When you say number 1, he's already Kirk Cousins' number 1 option. Now it's a close pick between him and Darnell Mooney, who has over 700 receiving yards also for the season. But if you were to
But
say which one of them two is my number 1, I'll take Drake for a number of reasons over Darnell Mooney. A number of
it's just
reasons.
physical reasons why. Or his.
Yes.
But Red, what I'm trying to tell you right now, fuck Drake London. Fuck all the
Yeah.
bullshit right now. Just
Would you
Yeah.
envision
consider
your
him?
team right now. Envision your team with an offensive line right now that you got right now. Envision your team with that same offensive line and that run game y'all got. When
Yeah.
you realize that I don't need to do but so much to stretch the field with a confident quarterback that's an air ball specialist in Penix, you go out and get this nigga two tight ends, or maybe you get him a good tight end and another receiver.
Get him a
Whichever
burner.
one you choose to do, that son of a bitch there ain't no fucking punk behind center. I'm gonna tell you that shit
Okay.
now.
I
Okay.
want to
So
ask Red a
let me
question.
go ahead, Pop.
I know
Why
you
are
say
we
you
doing
want to
so
get
much
off. I
conversation
know you
about these
want.
fucking birds?
I know. Well, we can
I'm
wrap
just
it up.
telling the
Well,
truth,
Mike,
dog.
go get you
But
a glass.
you
Go get you a glass of water and rest your lungs for a little minute. We'll hold it down till you get back. We'll hold it down.
um who do you think would need a tight end for you to get off of your tight end? And number two, what you think the value of your tight end?
I think Sean Payton could really use one with Bo Nix right off the top of my head. Also, probably um, your boy over there at the Chargers. With the
Nah, them
style
too
that
bad. Them two bad destinations, Red, because you got two coaches that don't put up with bullshit. And Kyle Pitts has been right here moaning and weeping and giving up on plays. They pull that nigga so fucking quick.
well,
That ain't a good fit for
I ain't
neither.
worried about what he
Harbaugh.
do on his. I ain't worried about what he do on
That's
his
the
next
thing. They
team.
ain't gonna take a nigga. They ain't gonna take a nigga like that.
I get
They
what
You
don't
you're
want
might
that
saying.
type of
I get
you
player.
what
might
you're
want to
saying.
shop
I
him
get
to
what you're
like
saying.
You might want to shop him to like
Bo
Tennessee.
Nick,
Tennessee might be a
Sean Payton ain't
destination
putting up with
for him.
that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. Tennessee might be. Miami might be. They went and got our tight end from last year, and they still need a decent tight end to go with that wide receiving and that receiving core in Miami. That might be a destination. At this point, I feel
You said
like
a
we'll
tight
be
end in
lucky to get
Miami?
a third round. We'll be lucky to get a third round pick for him. But a fourth or a fifth, I mean, he ain't gonna be your guy, and we don't need him. Watching Michael Penix at Washington, that's not what he needs. Q right now. At some point, we gonna have to replace Jake Matthews. He's getting a little bit long in the tooth, but he's the oldest player on the offensive line. And none of the other players on the offensive line are over 26 years old.
This is
That's a
Mm-hmm.
that's
betrayal
a
to the Panther
that's a
Nation.
young offensive
Remember what I told
line.
you earlier? You got to
This
make
is
sure you keep
betrayal.
your line young.
This
That's
is
what I
Oh
meant
yeah,
when
treason.
I
yeah, yeah,
said
yeah,
that.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
treason.
And listen, offensive line or trench players. Let me just say this: you got to
Treason.
have quality depth in your trenches, both offensive and defensive linemen. So with that being said, I would see taking a mid round shot at a developmental swing tackle. But defense, man, I wouldn't give a damn if we double dipped on the edge, but we got to get an edge player and we got to get a cornerback to go opposite of AJ Terrell. That's got to be our first two picks, first
Now
and second round.
I wouldn't be
I,
surprised if he go
I,
to the Steelers. I wouldn't be
I want to
surprised.
apologize to all of my Carolina
Possible.
Panthers fans for being
Hmm?
brutally betrayed right now by
What
this
does this nigga talk about?
attention and
Nigga,
love that
there
we're
is nothing
given.
to talk
You
about
know,
with the
The bipolar
motherfucking
kicking
yes,
Panthers,
in.
man.
sir.
We
Let it
The
talking
go.
bipolar
football,
kicking
Mike.
in.
Shit.
God, no,
The
put one of them
bipolar
joints on the
kicking in.
respirator.
It's called content,
I'm
Mike.
so sick of
It's
talking
called
about
content.
Bryce fucking Young. I don't even want to hear that shit.
It's betrayal.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my
But
motherfucking
hey, I'm
betrayal.
done. Let Mike pick up the content and carry us forward. Pick up the ball and run with it, Mike. Go ahead.
Now, see, I was going to question one thing earlier, and mm, all right. Yesterday I had mentioned it, but I wanted to get Pop's IQ on it because sometimes he see things that I don't see. What would you feel about instead of reaching for maybe another defensive player in the second round, looking at a tackle so we could save 20 million in cap space and let Taylor Moton go?
I wouldn't be mad at it,
The
um,
dead cat from that shit.
but 20, I don't see them moving off of Taylor Moton. But I wouldn't mind getting a tackle this year in this draft. just to sit there and learn. You know, I think you're going to have to ride it out with Taylor Moton, bro. I'll be honest with you. You're going to have to ride this upcoming season. I think you're going to have to ride it out with him. He's
I
not playing a
mean,
bad game.
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that part. It's just the fact if you cut him before June, that's $20 million you
Mike,
paid.
why is it you always want to cut a motherfucker instead of think about it? If you cut that nigga, that's $24 million on the dead cap right now. No. I think it doubles. If you cut that nigga this year or next year, it's like $40 million to cut that nigga out the deal. Why would you even
I
risk?
just looked at it. We save $20 million if we cut him this year, and we finish out the year that ends up finish out his contract, and we can let him go the following year after. So if he's on the contract, if he's on the team after June or July, whichever one it is, after that we pay him 30 plus million, 30 plus, like 34, 35 million. And if you cut him before June, we only pay the nigga 12. I would just ask him the question.
I would look for me to answer it. Yes, I would job a lineman. Taylor Mo's not playing bad enough for me to cut him. That's the only way I can answer it.
All right.
This nigga just want money so he can go get T. Higgins. That's all that shit about.
I don't want T.
Higgins.
I don't want T. Higgins. What I
Yes,
want to
you
do, no, I really don't. I never wanted T. Higgins. The nigga's too injury prone. I don't like injured players. But what I do want is for once us to be in a cap situation when there's that type of elite talent that comes about that can actually push us over the edge.
You will be not this draft,
always
but 2026 you will be in that situation because we're gonna have a whole bunch of money. Everybody's falling off after this next season. Everybody. All them old names that we had, they're all gonna be gone. So we just got us laying it right now. This is just where you at right now with it. You gotta lay in it. You're not gonna do a whole lot in free agency. You're not gonna be moving around too many parts. They're gonna have to draft their ass off. Everybody that they're gonna try to keep is gonna be very short-term deals, very cheap on the low. That's how the team is gonna be for right now until 2026.
I think a 20 million extra cash on the cap would change that, especially with the way our this new member of our general manager team that's been taking care of the finances, the way he's been finessing and be able to do things that we haven't seen in Carolina. I would think that would be an idea. So that's why I brought it up. But wait till 2026, let it all fall off and go from there could be an idea too. I just want any football team, I don't think should have their hands completely tied on the salary cap. If it's possible to not lose production and be able to save the money where you don't have to, because you never know what happens.
I hear you, Mike. Mike over here in Dreamland. Yes, sir. We appreciate you. Well, if y'all haven't already, make sure y'all like the video. We're going to start getting last words because a nigga got to go to work.
Okay.
All right. 3 lung Mike, go ahead and clear out the air in your lungs. Go and get it out your system.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Well, I'll be damned. That's the shortest you ever did.
We'll take it.
Go ahead, Pop.
5 more games to go. This is going to be a very, very, very good next 5 weeks, month or so. I hope we satisfy y'all with this good content. Make sure y'all come back, subscribe, and keep out.
Yes, Lord. Young Jalen, talk to me.
Well, my last word will be Mike Green ain't S. That's my last word.
I hear you, driver. Host of the day, Red Swan. What's going on with you? Talk to me, third cut.
First, giving honor to God, who's the head of my life, and thankful to Three Long Mike for allowing me to join his show today, since he sets the content and drives the vehicle. I appreciate y'all for having me on today, and I look forward to. Hey, Mike, can I come back again?
Sorry,
I
Red.
guess
He's
the
out.
others.
Red. He's out of breath. You had to catch him later.
Yeah, well, I think the other personality kicked in, popping. So I understand, Mike. Trust and believe. I work with veterans every day with these sort of issues. So, uh, hey, this is what I always tell them. I'll tell you. Let's try it again tomorrow, and let's see if we can have a better go at it the next time we meet. So, with that being said, y'all have a good evening, man, and I'll talk with y'all the next time.
Yeah. We appreciate that. Carolina Logic. Make sure y'all go over to subscribe to his channel before y'all do any goddamn thing else. We need to get him to 100 subs, and y'all bullshitting. So I'm gonna take my time and put his channel in the damn description. I need 10 of you motherfuckers to go over to his channel and like it. Please do me that favor before he even gets started. Okay.
Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the shout out. Lord. Appreciate the therapy, man, because that's what it is when we come out here and talk about this team. You need therapy when you're dealing with this type of stress. Uh, Lord Jesus. We got 5 more weeks of this mess, man. I hope we can start figuring some things out. But again, great content, great show. Of course, if you ain't liking and commenting, if you ain't telling your mama and your daddy, your cousins, your best friends to get over here to Black Hat Panther Podcast, what are you doing? Quit playing around. All right, this your boy Carolina Logic. I'm out.
No, there will be no penny loafing around here. No penny loafing. Make sure everybody know. Tell a neighbor. Tell a friend.
Tell them
You see
all.
the
Tell them
link
all.
that's in it's in the description right now. Right there it is. Carolina Logic's channel. Click on it right now and like his channel. Subscribe to it. We need to get him
Trying
to
to get to
100
100,
subs.
baby. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Please. And if you haven't already joined the Discord, it'll be at the bottom of this description of the video after we get done. Join the Discord where we just talk shit 24 hours of the day. So
Literally
yeah.
24 hours. Literally 24 hours too. Yeah. Yeah.
24
Yeah.
7
Yeah.
365. All we do is talk cash shit. So rock with your boys, man. We always here. Y'all already know what time it is.